Hello, love wrestling. It's Thursday night. It's 8 p.m. And you know what that means. It's another new episode of Between Two Beards.
Can we start off with the biggest news of the week? The Rats lost! But every night I'm making new best friends, and the only problem is we like having a good time. Forget yourself now. If you've got the budget, I've got the time.
There he is.
Hey, boss!
There's the boss.
Hey!
The man with the finest beard on this screen.
Canadian men, boys, shut the hell up. Let me talk.
You see, the Rads are resourceful. When I got beef with somebody, I can find a way to talk to them.
Hello, love wrestling. It is Thursday night. What is that? What is that noise?
I don't know. Oh, who knows?
Interrupted my intro, for crying out loud.
Hey, spooky season, man. It could have been a ghost.
Unbelievable.
It could have been a ghoul or a goblin or some weird thing that lives in your wall or whatever freaky stuff people are into this holiday season. Go ahead and do it again.
It's Thursday night. It's 8 p.m. And it's another new episode of Between Two Beards. Oh, is tonight a Halloween edition?
It's a Halloween Eve, man. We really went all out.
We're on the eve of Halloween.
We got all spookified. Ryan Sullivan said he's at the Flyers game. Can't watch live, but expect spooky shenanigans. The best I can do is the 76ers cap, my guy.
Yeah, I don't really have spooky stuff to wear.
I mean, this is Pluggo's in the house. She's fantastic. Love of my life. She's gorgeous. She's recovering nicely from her surgery, and we're ready to Halloween it up tomorrow. And then Dan Brown's in the house.
Hell yeah.
What's the official count, Dan? Like 10 days? It's getting close, man. That album drops. Fun fact, if you listen super, super closely in Dan Brown's comedy album, you can hear me laughing because he recorded it at the show I was at.
There you go.
If you listen closely and we're 8 days away, and we drowned out all the sound. So that's next Friday. Maybe Dan will have to join us next Thursday to promote it if he's free.
Maybe.
Yeah,
maybe that's something we can arrange.
He's a busy guy. He's a popular guy. But yes.
Yeah. He is.
But yeah, it is spooky. It's Halloween's Eve. There's all sorts of festivities going on right now. Do you partake in any of these festivities?
I usually go trick-or-treating.
Yes.
Well, not me personally.
I was going to say.
Youngsters in my family. I have a couple young nephews that request my presence. So I usually go trick-or-treating with them and the sister. Yeah, that's about it.
I'd love to see you go to a house and be like, trick-or-treat.
Yeah.
Are you one of those sticklers that make the kids big? Say please, or just give them the candy.
No, but you better say trick-or-treat. You better not come and say nothing.
Yeah, I just give them the candy I'm not going to be like, you have to be nice about it. Just
Trick-or-treat, boom, boom, and then there you go.
Dan said, let's do it to it, which means Dan, you'll be, I'll text you later and we'll set up the details, brother.
There we go.
Fernando's list. So you go with the nieces, and do you guys go just like? Now I've been to your neighborhood. There's not a ton of houses right by. But I don't know where you're.
No, we don't go around here.
Do you go to the bougie neighborhood and like score the good stuff, or do you You scout it out. What's the
we go where they live. They live in a good neighborhood, bunch of little in streets, like it's like a neighborhood of like 4 or 5 small streets that have a bunch of houses. So we go there, and then so we go in their neighborhood. Yeah, we don't go here. There's houses where I live, but they're all a little separated. Well, they're not like right on top of each other. There's not a ton.
Yeah, that would be a tough. That's the idea, is to hit as many houses as possible, get as much candy within the 2-hour limit that you're allotted.
Correct.
Do so. So yeah, if you had to walk in between out, that's just not efficient. That's just not good. That's not good trick or treating numbers.
Yeah,
and we split it up between like the like my mom's and her mom's, and luckily they live down the street from each other. So sometimes we'll do half at her neighborhood and half at hers, because it's only a couple minutes down the road, and we try to double up that way.
Yeah,
because it's funny, like how it works is where I live. Like I'm on a corner of like 2 different cities, and my mother-in-law's city goes till 7:30, and my mom's goes till 7, even though they're literally 2 blocks apart. It's nice, so you can go hit it and you get extra. You double up. Gotta be smart. Just throwing that out there, go on a county line, folks.
They don't usually, I think it's because it's on a Friday this year, but they don't usually do trick-or-treating on Halloween night anymore. It's usually, You
don't?
No, like they do it like the Saturday before. Like the town that I live in, their trick-or-treating was this past Saturday.
That's weird.
I agree.
We still do it on Halloween here in good old Indiana.
Yeah. So
we don't care what day it is.
My thing is, though, the weather is supposed to be terrible. Like the weather is terrible out there now. There's high winds and rain out there. So hopefully, knock on wood, we make it through this evening. But the weather is also supposed to be quite bad tomorrow. So it's like, do they cancel trick-or-treating? Or is it, hey, this is trick-or-treating. We're not doing it a different night. You go out there and you brave the elements.
We braved the elements. It snowed here before. Yeah. One year it was pouring rain, and I was all bundled up, and we had one of the kids in the cart all bundled, and like actually felt like he was in a better situation than I was. But we braved those elements at least for as long as we could. This is an interesting question from Fernando.
It's an easy one from me.
You're going to say sweet potato pie, aren't you?
Nope.
Oh, it's pumpkin. He's asking pumpkin pie or sweet potato pie. Boo! I go pumpkin every time. I mean, I'll eat a sweet potato pie. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, but they're somewhat similar. Like they're similar-ish, but it's pumpkin all day.
But if I got the option, Drew's in the house. Drew Nicholas, I miss your beautiful face. Can I say that on air? I miss you.
Yeah.
Please come back to us at some point, you stud.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's pumpkin for me all day. But that's not my number one pie, though. See, now we're talking.
Your number one pie is something weird.
First of all, it's not something weird. It's a traditional Thanksgiving pie. It's pecan.
It's pecan, but
no, it's pecan. It's pecan pie.
It's pecan. We've talked about this on our traditional Thursday Thanksgiving drafts that we do.
Yeah, and the answer is pecan. It's pecan pie. Pecan pie. Pecan, whatever the hell.
That's your favorite pie? My favorite pie is Poo-Tang pie, right? The Rock said.
Well, listen. That's what he said.
That's what he said.
Yes. But that is, see, we're already talking past. Yes.
This is Pluggo. Is it pecan or pecan? I call it pecan.
I think it's whatever. Either way, it's fine.
It's either way for sure. But I mean, everybody says it a different way.
Yeah, it's either pecan or pecan.
But you say pecan.
I say pecan.
And I say pecan. I say pecan. You say that makes us. I guess you say tomato. I say tomato. Nobody says tomato though.
I have never met a human being that has called it a tomato.
Ever.
Nope. And if I did, I would push him. I'd say, you fucking idiot. What are you, 12? Tomato. Fucking clown. That's what I would say. That would be fighting words to me, because I would automatically be like, you're a smart ass. You don't call it you don't say it like that. That's not how you say it.
Can I get my sandwich with extra tomato?
Well, listen.
Shut up.
If they have an accent, that's different. I mean, that's
tomato.
I'm talking tomato. if I met like a.
That's not like an accent. That's like a rich person.
If I met a true Bostonian that was like, yeah, can I have a burger with extra tomato? I'd be like, the fuck did you say?
Oh, speaking of Bostonians, a girl I work with is making a trip to
Hell yeah.
Boston in a
It's the greatest city on earth.
In a month or so. And I walked up to her and I was like, "Hey, listen, hear me out. Don't think this is weird, but have yourself a New England three-way.
You gotta
when
go
you
get a three-way, dog.
And she goes, "What is that?" And I told her, she goes, "That actually sounds amazing." So
the picture that I sent you.
Yeah.
That one. Oh my god.
I was like,
they should hang that in the Louvre.
I was like, please make sure you go have that and report back to me on how it was.
Tremendous.
It's a delicious sandwich that I think about quite often.
It's a North Shore ritual.
They need to open up something like that around here.
I told you. I said, bring that back with you. Open up all of a sudden, if you just get like a nice little cart or like food truck, or you got like a real like corner shop and you just were flipping out three-ways and they're like, what the fuck is this? And you're like, oh, just try it.
Notre Dame game days. I'm out there.
Oh my god, people would eat that shit up.
Just slanging them sandwiches.
You'd sell 1 million of them.
Hell yeah, dude.
Because I think that is only a thing that's here.
Yeah, I've never heard of it anywhere else, so I would imagine so.
And it's not even like, it's not even a full it's literally like a North Shore, Massachusetts, which I live in close enough, like right in the region of the North Shore in Massachusetts. It's like specific. It's called a North Shore beef or a New England three-way, which I prefer. So, but it's tremendous. It's tremendous. I'm glad we got to experience that. You opened the packaging.
It was disgusting.
And you were like, this looks like a crime scene.
Yeah, the package, it's disgusting. It looks like it's hard.
They wrap it twice.
I'm not going to take my hoodie off because I was like, I got to wear this later. I don't
we got to go. We have to be going to a respectable show tonight. Like, don't be getting stuff all over you.
Yeah, it can't be.
But you unwrap that wrapper, which they wrap twice because there's so much going on in there, and it's literally like a crime scene. It's unbelievable. But anyway, well, she better get one then.
Yeah, I'm going to remind her when she goes on vacation. I'll be like, when you're up that way, get it wherever you can get it. And if I need to get you a list of places to go,
I'll get her a list.
Yeah, I'll get you a list. I said, I was like, I know people. I know people from that area. Fernando said his neighbors are already putting up Christmas decorations. Ours are too, and I think that's more. I don't know if that's more like they're trying to celebrate Christmas outside early, or at least in my neck of the woods, it's been nice enough to go outside and put up Christmas decorations. So they're like, we might as well get them up now. But I don't fault anybody for that. I live in the house of 8 Christmas trees.
Listen, this has been a long-standing thing on the show for me. I think we jumped to. I like Christmas as much as anybody. Christmas is fantastic. However, we need to show some damn respect to Thanksgiving.
I agree.
Not so much for the holiday, because it came about with not the greatest of events. However,
we put up Christmas trees at work already.
Yeah, the fact that we just all of a sudden act like Thanksgiving doesn't exist, and we immediately go from Halloween to Christmas is insulting.
Go into any big retail store, like a Meijer, a Walmart. Meier's more of a Midwest thing, but like a Walmart style. Ask them where their Thanksgiving display is, and they won't be able to find it because they only have Christmas or Halloween up right now, or both.
It's disgusting. It's disgusting, really.
Oh, hey, where's your festive Thanksgiving setup with the giant stuffed turkey and everything? They'll be like, nah, sorry.
Yeah,
do that. Yeah.
And it's unbelievable, really, because Thanksgiving, for my money, is the best holiday.
That's what I say. You got football on. Now you've got basketball as well.
Yeah.
Football, basketball, food all day.
You're hanging out with your family. There's no expectations or like gifts or anything like that. It's just like we're hanging out. We're having a good meal. We're gonna watch some football. Get a little drunk if that's your thing to do. Most people have it off from work, so it's like a day of all right, cool.
Dude, I found out I got to go in early. Black Friday though.
Oh yeah.
It's like, come on.
Yeah. Yeah.
But if you're in that chat before we start talking about the wrestling, there's more of you in the chat that have liked this post. Like this.
Uh-oh. Is that me or is that Pluggo? Did you all lose me or did we lose Pluggo? If you are in the chat, that's Pluggo that left, right? Pluggo's the one that passed away here. Yeah, exactly. All right, I was like, because the weather outside where I am, the weather is awful. Dan, you said you lost me, or you said I'm still here. I'm going solo. That's what I'm doing. We'll wait. Pluggo will be back. Pluggo will be back. Anyway. I don't know if you guys can hear this, but it is downpouring rain outside and wind. So I thought that it was me. I was like, uh-oh. Yeah, Pluggo disappeared so he'll pop back on. But anyway, we got a good show tonight. It's just the two of us here. We're chilling out. We're going to talk some Saturday night's main event, which I have a lot of things to say. I actually think it's going to be a good show, but yeah, we're going to talk some Saturday night's main event. We're going to talk some AEW Dynamite. With it being Halloween, I saw somebody say they were going as Phantom of the Opera. Are you really, or are you just saying that because it's relevant with what happened at the end of AEW Dynamite? I also love how that has become Hangman's thing now. It's not an every year thing, but this is twice now, where like the Halloween week. Fernando, we're going to talk about that, but absolutely Drew McIntyre should win that title. They need to strap up Drew, damn it. Obviously we know, and I'm going to wait for Pluggo. But obviously we know we're going to at least crown one champion. Oh, wait, is he back?
That was weird. My internet just was like...
I thought it was me because the weather is
yeah,
up there.
I was worried it was both of us. I actually went back into the YouTube on my phone because I killed the Wi-Fi, and I was like, and you were frozen too, but it was just me. But like I was saying, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, Get this out to your friends. Let them know that you like us because, we like you. And what were you talking about? What shit were you talking while I was off?
I am a man of honor. I don't talk shit.
I don't know, man. Sometimes when this has happened in the past, I'll scroll back through the part I was out, and you'll be like, that fucking guy.
I don't say anything like that. Never, not once.
Hells yeah, I appreciate you.
To who was I talking shit about you two?
No, I said to the fans, and I appreciate,
Oh, yeah.
Oh, like on air, like this fucking guy crashing his internet. God, that, not behind my back, not like. I would hope you're not talking behind my back.
No, Drew, what kind of strap are you talking about?
Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. What did I miss? Drew's getting strapped. What did you say?
Well, I know. I said we were going to talk about. I said I was waiting for you to come back, but we're going to talk some Saturday night's main event. Blah blah. And Fernando said, "Who do you think should win, Drew or Cody?" And I said I'm going to wait for Pluggo. But I said they should strap up Drew. Like I feel like Drew should win.
Is that where we could start right there?
If you want to go right into it, I mean, it was just asked in the chat, and then Drew Nicholas, our Drew, said, "I agree. I should get strapped." And I said, "What kind of strap? What kind of strap we talking about?"
Aren't you still a champion, Drew? Yeah.
What was it? Wait, was champion of what?
He used to hold a belt, the Crazy Wicked Pinfalls belt, doesn't he? Yeah, he's a belt collector. That Drew. We used to have to acknowledge him.
He has that creative control.
He does have that creative control. We can talk about Saturday's main event. It's this Saturday night, which crazy came up kind of in Salt Lake City.
Now, this is the first one that's exclusively on Peacock now.
Correct. Which I'm interested to see how that'll change things.
I think it's going to be like a PLE. That's the vibe I get.
Yeah.
It's going to be more of that because the ones on NBC didn't really feel like a. Like it was on NBC, so it was cool, but it didn't have that PLE vibe.
Gravitas you know what I mean? Of a PLE.
Yeah.
Now do you think it's gonna be like they're gonna first one on Peacock exclusive? We're gonna do a little bit. We're gonna go all out, or we're just gonna play it safe.
I think. Yeah. Well, we already know we're getting at least one new champion because Jey Uso and Punk are fighting for the vacant title, so we're gonna get one new champion. Yeah. I think we are going to get 3 new champions on Saturday Night, Pluggo.
Wow.
3 new champions.
Wow. Well, where would you like to start with that?
Wherever you want to, then.
We can start with Cody and Drew, which I think has if I'm going to be completely honest with you, that's the least amount of, intrigue to it. My only thought is if we're doing Drew and Cody again,
Drew needs to win.
you gotta strap up Drew, like Drew said. Yeah. What are you doing? Like we saw what happened at WrestlePalooza when they fought. You're choosing to run it back, which is fine. We like Drew. We're a huge fan of Drew McIntyre. We like Cody, but why run it back if you're just gonna have Drew lose again?
Yep, 100%. And Drew needs to win. Cody can win it back down the it doesn't have to be a year long. Not every reign, but Drew has put in stellar work for a long time. He's never really had a proper run with the belt. He should win. Period. End of story. And that's how I feel.
Yeah. I mean, like, what about this? Like, and that's the other thing too. It's like, what about this are they doing that's anything different than they've already done? You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't.
Yeah, but that's how I feel about the whole fucking product right now.
Right. But especially here, but this one, there's no point of running it back.
No.
Like, there's nothing new to it. Like, at least with Jay and Punk, okay, it's not new, but there's a vacant title on the line. With Tiffany and Jade, it's not a new feud, but at least Jade's now heel.
Yeah.
Right. There's something different. This is the same cut and dry stuff that they've been doing, and if you're going to blow it off, then it's got to be Drew. What do you do with Cody if he wins? That's my question.
Well, it'd be Randy, right? We got to get to Randy.
So where do you do Randy? Because I bet you Cody will be part of some all-star team at a Survivor Series or something. Yeah, so you wouldn't be able to do Randy until Rumble.
I personally think that Randy should be the Mania match for Cody.
Right, but I don't think that's a one-off. I think I think you would start it at the Rumble, maybe do something at the Chamber, then have him do it Mania, but then you need Cody to have that belt.
Again, Cody can win it back from Drew. I don't care. Yeah. When or if Cody wins it back from Drew, I'm just saying you need to give Drew the belt. How many times are we going to put Drew in this position for him not to win?
Right. That seems to be their MO when they re-sign these people, though. Is they kind of like put them in winnable positions, don't let them win, and then don't know what to do with them for a while.
Yeah.
But if we want Cody and Randy, then he's not winning. Like, if that's the move, and you could do Cody and Randy at any point. I don't think you need to rush that, obviously, or they would have already done it. But, yeah, I don't know how you do it. I mean, my heart says go with Drew, but I don't know if they're going to pull the trigger. I just don't know.
Yeah. I mean, listen, the way the booking has gone, most likely they're just going to stay the course and just continue trekking along the way they've been doing it, because that's what it feels like most of the time. It doesn't feel like, not that they're not willing, but it just doesn't feel like they do much stuff that's like, ooh, this is juicy.
They're not willing to do it.
This is new. Because
they, like I said, they did this. I mean, the Punk and Jay stuff. It's that they played it safe.
Oh my God, we talked about it at length last week, but I am still fucking pissed.
You're still mad about it.
I still am. Like, it is such a safe bullshit choice. It is so safe. You're telling me there's not one like Punk was winning no matter what, most likely.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're telling me you couldn't have given that spot to like a young kid or someone younger that's really not in the main event scene, and they kind of win a shocking battle royal, like, oh shit, and they just have a real good match and take Punk to the limit, and Punk wins the title, and it's like, oh shit, this guy almost took Punk to the limit. That's somebody to keep an eye on, you know, in the next year or two. And no, you can't even do that. We're just going back to, like, what? It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable, really.
So we're going with Drew.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with Drew. I think we're gonna shake it up. I think we're gonna shake it up.
I'm vibing with that. I'm with you. I think it would be a big moment. You want people talking. You want people still tuning into the Saturday night's main events. This would be a big moment. Even though, again, I am slightly like, if I was gonna put, I'm like 60-40 on it, because I feel like they're gonna think the big moment is Punk and Jay.
Yeah.
Who main event? Punk and Jay? Drew and Cody. because we played this game at Palooza where we said if it's Drew and Cody main event and something major's going to happen.
Sure did.
And literally nothing happened. I was there with my own 2 eyeballs and was like, oh, that was our main event, huh? Hey, sweet.
Yeah. I would go Punk and Jay.
Sure.
But, I mean, it's hard to not think that Cody would main event.
Yeah.
But why not? It's a vacant title. Why not make it Punk and Jay?
Maybe somebody opens. One of those other matches opens. Sandwich the world titles with the show. I think that'd be a good idea.
Yeah, that's what I would.
All right, so we're going with Drew. Chat, you let us know where your head is at because we're going with Drew.
Mm-hmm.
Or we might be wrong, but we feel good about it this time. We felt good about it last time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I felt real good about it last time.
It's going to look real silly when I tweet this out, and then they're like, you idiots. You don't know ball.
Yeah.
And we're like, yeah, we don't. We don't know booking.
There you go. That's what Dustin's saying. He's saying, I think Cody drops the title, and his story the next few months will be his trying to win the Rumble for the 3rd time, which he doesn't want them to do. So, and then Scott says he's not sure they'll strap up. I assume he means like 2 new world champions.
Well, if we, in fairness to Jay and Punk, it's not really like new, as we kind of talked about it.
That's fair.
It's the
I think
same.
That's fair. Yeah, I think that's fair.
But you're not wrong, Scott, in the sense that they traditionally on these Saturday nights main events don't do anything crazy, and titles don't genuinely change hands. But they don't have a choice with the Punk and Jay one because it's vacant. So I think that's their out. And if they wanted to go the extra step, that would be Drew would be the match to do it. If they wanted to go against the beaten path that they've set.
Well, I think they're going to strap up 3 new world champions because you got to put the title on Jade Cargill now that she just turned heel, I think.
Yeah.
I think you got to do it. You put the belt on her Saturday and you let her be the champion as a heel and just see how it goes.
Tiffany Stratton just hit like 300 days. Was it today or yesterday?
Yep.
As women's world champ or WWE women's champ, I should say. And again, she hasn't lost a singles match all year. So here we are again. This is another one of those.
Already happened. We've already seen it.
We've already seen it. It's already happened. There's a new wrinkle to it. Is heel Jade with heel? And then here's the thing with heel Jade, she can play the I'm not wrestling card, right? She doesn't have to be this superhero baby face taking all. She can just be like, sorry, Nick Aldis, that doesn't work for me. Like, I'm not wrestling tonight. I'm not giving opportunities out. I'm not going to, you got to earn it. And then you could eventually bring someone in to like be her heater and help or whatever. Yeah. Not that because she doesn't need muscle, but you could bring in some people to fight for her. When Bianca comes back, the stories, because she's getting cheered when she comes back, whenever she comes back.
Of course.
So,
and then I think Fernando said it. I think we said it last week or whatever, but I think that this is the bill. You get heel Jade versus Bianca at Mania. Like that's the match. And I think, Tiffany just hit the 300 days. She hasn't lost in a singles match this year. Well, Vicker beat her for the Crown Jewel title, but she hadn't lost.
That's right.
She hadn't lost a match until then.
I personally don't count those but you're right. So that's why I'm thinking it the other way. But and Jay, again, like we look at the calendar, because funny enough, guys, and surprise, we're almost in pretty much WrestleMania season is just around the corner. Isn't that crazy?
Yep.
Because again, Survivor Series, if they want to do a women's War Games match, you could just throw Jade into that. She doesn't have to defend her title there. There's no December pay-per-view, right? Unless there might be like a Saudi show. I don't think they do December pay-per-views.
No, there's no December.
And then you go to the Rumble where she doesn't necessarily have to defend it there, but she could defend it there in some they always throw some random challenger that we know is not going to win. And then boom, you're in Mania. So I think you could, but Dustin saying he wouldn't mind Jade forming a faction, could do some cool stuff with that. Yeah, I think you could. You could definitely do some cool stuff with her having some kind of lackeys or some because she'd be like, they go fight my battles for me. But we'll see. I don't think you're wrong. God, this isn't fun if we're all agreeing. If we're going to agree, well, granted, Saturday night's main event's not. There's not a lot of thought. But I got you. I like Jade winning the thing.
I
feel more confident about Jade winning than I do Drew.
That's fair. I just think that this is going to be a slightly different, because it's on Peacock. I think it's going to be more of a. I just think it's going to be more of a feel of what's happening. I think bigger things are going to happen in this one because it's going to be
that. Go ahead.
It's just this. It's not on regular NBC. It's. I just feel like it's going to be and feel more like this is an actual WWE PLE, if that makes sense.
That's fair. Plus, if you wanted to factor in now, I don't think they care about it as much as we, as the fans, do. But they did just kind of swing and miss with that WrestleMania teaser poster thing with the shoes.
We're gonna talk about
right, and then they're coming off of Crown Jewel was cool, but people are still a little sour from not late. I don't want to say lazy booking. I feel like that's really strong. It's a strong term, but the lackluster swings, the attempts at doing something different, they could just, people are souring on us a little bit. We're on Peacock. Oh, look what you missed if you didn't watch. Holy shit, right? They could go for that right here. They have it in the palm of their hands if they wanted to do that. You guys think that we fell off? Well, look what you missed. We just crowned 3 new champions. Look what happened. They could pull out all the stops.
Yeah. So that's 2 of the World Championship matches. Then we'll save the Punk and Jay thing for last, because I do think that'll be the main event. We have a triple threat match for the IC title with Dom, champion, defending against Penta and Rusev. So Dom has been narrowly escaping both these individuals by cheating his way to victories. And they had a number 1 contendership match, Rusev and Penta, that is, on Raw. And earlier in the night, we saw Dom calling somebody on the phone saying, hey, I'm going to need you to do something for me. I need a favor. And during this match, the match gets abruptly ended by the Americanos, Grande, Bravo, and what's the other one's name?
I just call
him Rayo. Is it Rayo or
sure? Somebody in the chat let me know. I just call him the Americanos. I don't even bother with individualizing them, which maybe that's on me. But they did that on their own accord. JPJ. That was not.
That's what Dom said.
That is what Dom said.
But we don't know if that's necessarily true because he was on the phone saying, you never know.
But you also forgot to mention that Dom asked Finn and JD for help, and they were like, fuck you, buddy.
Yeah, because Dom's the reason they lost the fucking tag title.
You lost our belts. You're on your own. So we could finally be seeing that Judgment Day split.
I was going to say, everybody in Judgment Day doesn't have their belts anymore except Dom. And Dom's walking around acting like, well, you guys shouldn't be complaining. I'm the one that has to deal with this. I'm a champion, So Dom has this kind of sense. I don't think entitlement's the right word, but he kind of, yeah. And I think the rest of Judgment Day is like, hey, buddy, F you.
He's acting like that guy that you would work with that complains about things where you're just like, buddy. I make minimum wage, dude. I don't care. You know what I mean?
Just
you're not reading the room right now, my man. We're all in here and you're just complaining about first world problems. You know what I mean? Yeah. The guy that's my mom's making me work. That guy, that kid. It's oh, my mom's making me work.
Mom's making me work. How old is this person?
Well, I'm just throwing out you're working because you got to, and then you got those kids that are like, yeah, I had to work 4 hours yesterday, and you're just like, I want a double right now, bro.
Yeah. But that's just because we're jealous of those kids.
Well, yeah, but I think there's a little jealousy.
In real life, we're like, damn, why can't I only work 4 hours?
You only worked 4 hours today? What's that like?
Yeah, hey, man.
What do you mean you don't know what to do with your day?
At my place of business where I work, I was talking to somebody who doesn't work in my actual store, but works for the company that I work for in a different store. And they were like, "Oh, I work like 20 or 25 hours a week." I'm like, "Oh, that's cool." I'm like, "What else?" And they're like, "Yeah, I don't really need the job, but I just want to,
I need something to do.
I need to get out of the house." And I'm like, "The fuck does that even mean?" First of all, you don't need the job. And B, if you don't need the job and you just want to get out of the house, you can do something else besides fucking working. Take up photography or so. You can do something else.
Yeah, there you go.
Work is what you're choosing to work.
Become a wrestling media personality.
What's wrong with you?
You know what I'm saying?
I don't need to work. Oh, all right. So why do you do it? I just got to get out of the house. You can do anything outside the house. You can go anywhere outside the house. You can go for a drive every day if you want.
Yeah.
Not true. Work. Unbelievable. Anyway.
See, and that's where okay, so back to Dom. Dustin's saying like he thinks Dom retains and has this match with Cena at Survivor Series.
That seems to be
the rumor and what everybody's driving for.
It's going to be Cena's Survivor Series match.
Yeah, go fishing. Fernando's right. Go fishing.
That's what I'm saying.
Anything. You could start like a little bakery outside your house and go to farmers markets and sell.
Yeah.
Do something. But
whatever.
But you're like, I want to work for this corporate entity instead. Here's the thing with how I don't disagree with Dustin. I think that's the match. I think that Dom has earned the match. I think it would be absolutely like oh my God, he was one PLE away from getting the match with Cena, because I think Cena is fighting whoever wins this match. So the only other person that makes total sense would be Rusev to call back to that.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Judgment Day does get involved, but they inadvertently help Dom win the championships, and then that causes the ultimate splinter. And then I haven't seen confirmed dates or anything, but I'm seeing rumors and I'm seeing Liv's name pop up more and more. Right?
Oh, is she ready?
I don't know, so don't quote me. I don't have that. If you want to know that, go to the Fightfuls of the world. But I just, in my mind, when I start seeing a name pop up on my Twitter feed and my Facebook feed more and more, I feel like they're starting. And I saw something about. I didn't read the whole report if she's ready or not. But then there's that ultimate. She could come back. Pick a side. I think Roxanne's angling to pick sides with Dom right now. I don't know. We'll see. But I think Dom ultimately retains here. Somehow, some way, by hook or crook.
By hook or by crook, Pluggo.
That's the saying? Yeah, that's saying. That's what he's going to do.
By hook
listen, you didn't hit your star to the smartest wagon, I'll tell you that.
Hey, listen. By the way, did you see Bobby Lashley yelling at Hook last night in that match?
I just saw a clip about it because I
scolded him. He scolded him.
I actually missed Dynamite yesterday.
Excuse me? You missed Fright Night?
I did. I have to circle back and watch it. Let's just say that the Pluggo household, since we've last spoken, it's been a crazy week. And last night was one of those nights where I just, by the time I got situated, I was just like, I'm going to bed. So I'll catch it. I heard it was good though. I did, from what I saw this morning, I heard everybody had a good time.
It was a good time.
That's what I heard. Yeah, it's been a crazy week at Casa de la Pluggo, and it doesn't seem to be slowing down anytime soon.
Well, you got to get that in order.
So those people that have those 25-hour jobs that they don't need, I'll trade you.
I mean, technically, we could DoorDash, couldn't we? Create our own schedule.
Trust me, there's ways to. I don't know. I've DoorDashed in the past a little bit. You've got to be kind of strategic about it. And now that they do grocery shopping and things like that, it's a little bit more complex. I don't know if that means the money's more, but when I did it, if you pick the right days and they have peak times, you can do pretty good.
Yeah.
But you got to factor in your time, the gas you spent.
Yeah, of course.
You got to factor all that in. But I mean, there was one night I came home with like $300.
That's pretty good.
It's not bad for a night's work. It was but it just depends on where you're at, the area you're in. But yeah, you could do some DoorDash. You could what do they? I'm sure there's other things that you can do, like
Uber Eats. So
Uber. You could Uber. You could just
just Uber, do Lyft. You could do. There's all sorts of things.
And if do that around peak times, or I've heard of some Uber drivers that'll, like, in my town, they'll go, I'm just going to drive down to Indy for the Colts game, park down there, because everybody needs an Uber. They can make a bunch of money and come back up.
Yeah.
And they're like, I'm out whatever it takes gas wise to get there, but it's worth it overall. So,
yeah, of course.
What's up, Maria? So yeah, I'm sure if we wanted to become between two Uber drivers, we could do that.
Yeah, we could do the podcast as we're driving our Ubers.
Yeah, and then
we just have random strangers in the back, and we go, "What do you think about CM Punk?"
Yeah, we always have a guest.
Yeah, we go. This way. I got Charles back here, and he's like, "I don't watch wrestling." I'm like, "Just go with it, Charles." Fucking
Charles, just make a pick, man.
Pretend, bro.
CM Punk or Jey Uso, make a pick.
You are literally pretending you enjoy your life, because who the fuck really does? Just pretend, Charles.
And then,
damn it.
And then, would you also please give us 5 stars on the app and the podcast? Please?
Yes, and yes. Before you leave, you go to YouTube, you hit that thumbs up. Thank you. All right.
Thank you, Charles.
Thank you.
Next up, we have Sandy. Where are you heading, Sandy? To the airport? Well, we've got you.
Yeah.
What did you think of that WrestleMania 42 teaser trailer?
It was fucking garbage, Pluggo.
Have we finished talking about Saturday? Are taxis still a thing, Fernando? Taxis are still a thing in major cities and here too. But the thing with taxis is I think you kind of have to, like, lease the vehicle from, like, the taxi company and pay that kind of, I don't know. But at least with the Ubers, you can use your own car. Saturday's main event, I got Dom retaining in some crazy way. What about you?
I do too. I'm leaning Dom as well. And then we have what we think will be the main event. Vacant title. Punk, Jey Uso.
Yeet. Can I just say something? I love CM Punk.
I do too.
He's my guy. He just looked, I don't know how to say this without being mean, but like Monday night, did he just look a little, like, old?
He is.
No, I know, but he's got, like, he had, like, the sweat. He got the hair was in a certain way, and then he had, like, the sweatpants with, like, the black shoes, white socks thing. You know what I'm saying?
What'd you think of that new hoodie he was wearing?
I actually didn't. It's not my style, but I didn't hate it. I was like, I could see it, but I'm not I don't buy light colored, like, white hoodies, because I will just get them dirty. Because
is that available in the shop?
I don't know, but if it is, it's probably $65.
I think you're lowballing it there, buddy.
It might be. Somebody
they don't give a shit about families no more. They charge them whatever the fuck they want to charge. You heard.
I did like it though. If it came in black, I'd probably get it. If it ever came down in price, because I don't buy anything.
It looked like there was nothing on the back either.
Yeah, I don't buy things at retail price. I go sales only. The Sixers hat.
Well, that should be
$11.
That's too much for that garbage ass team.
Hey, they're 4-0, baby.
Oh, whoop-de fucking do. Tell me what they are at the end of the season when Embiid's missed the third of the year because he can't fucking walk. Anyway. Although that Edgecombe kid is nice.
That's what I was gonna say. Don't be a beast. Him and Maxey.
If I was the Sixers, I'd be like, get fucking Embiid out of here. Build around these two guys.
And I would trade Paul. To think at the beginning,
Paul George, try to trade Embiid, and roll with these guys.
You can't trade.
You're not going to be able to trade Embiid.
His contract is insane.
But definitely try to trade Paul George. For some reason, people still want him.
Well, they tried trading him with the 3rd overall pick. I'm glad. They're probably glad they didn't do that.
Yeah, Edgecombe is nasty.
Yeah,
and good.
Shout out to Ace Bailey for trying to manipulate the draft board, because I think the Sixers would have took him had he not turned off those top 4 teams. But Danny Ainge, your boy Danny Ainge, said, I don't care what you're trying to do. You're not going to Washington. Welcome to Utah. And he's averaging 2 points a game.
Yeah, because he doesn't want to be in Utah. You saw the disappointment on his face in real time.
But here's the thing, though, Here's my thing with that, Ace Bailey. If you can't succeed in Utah, then nobody's going to take a chance on you, dude. So you need to up your points per game average to more than 2 for people to think that they're interested in trading for you. That's just how that works. They're not going to go, oh, he didn't want to be there, so he's a great attitude guy.
Oh, yeah. I would be like,
he's a bad attitude and he doesn't get buckets? Great. Let's trade for that.
I'd be like, bro, at least play your way out of there. At least play your way out of there. Like, whatever, man. First of all, you should be fucking grateful you got drafted, you selfish piece of shit. Now go out there and play. That's what I would say. That's what I would say.
Fernando says the Spurs will repeat starting next year.
So
we're gonna talk about some NBA.
So does that mean that he thinks next year is the year they're going to win their first championship? And then
they're also undefeated, and Wemby's a dog.
Yeah, Wemby took it to a different level here. Again, we're 4 games in. Let's relax. At some point, the water, it evens. It's early,
but it's fun. It's fun. It's back. Basketball's back, and I couldn't be more happy. We'll talk about that here in a little bit, but we got to talk about Punk and Jay to finish off the Saturday night's main event chatter.
Do we?
I mean,
CM Punk's winning. Actually, Drew said it earlier, and I thought they should have done this to end the Battle Royal a couple weeks ago, but I would not hate the Bronze just ruining this match so nobody...
Yeah, we talked about that last week, just absolutely busted it up so there's no winner, there's no... And then the title's just open, and then they have to force Pierce...
Gets it on Braun.
They force Pierce's hand. That would be great. I did like the way Heyman kind of spun it on Monday, at least, where it was like, hey, listen, like, yeah, we could have went out there, busted this thing up, but now there's only like one guy in our way and not 20 other guys in our way, and now we just have to take care of LA Knight. He's out of the picture, and then it's whoever wins is your target, and you don't have to. So I kind of like that. I still wouldn't have done it, but I like the way they at least tried to spin it. It's got to be Punk. Jimmy's acting real sus right now. I think he might get involved and inadvertently cost Jay. The more intrigue is Jay winning, though. Punk winning, yeah, that's cool. But Jay winning, at least they're like outside of Punk. What's he doing? Outside of this, like he lost his main.
He's doing bloodline shit.
But Punk is like Jay's doing bloodline shit.
Oh, you're talking about Punk.
Punk just lost his foil in Seth Rollins, and I don't think Seth's going to come out and cost him here at Saturday Night's Main Event.
No,
that'd be too cheesy, too corny, and there'd be no payoff.
Mm-hmm.
At least with Jay right now, there's some type of like everybody's calling him, just an entrance. He's got Jay bothering him. He's got Jimmy bothering him. He's got the Roman in his ear. There's at least some stuff there where if he wins it, we go, okay, how does he handle it now that he got it back and he's champ? Is he a piece of shit or is he going to be a nice guy? Punk wins it, it's going to be cool and he'll have a decent run with it. But I guess the Bronze would be, they're going to be the issue for Punk, but he doesn't necessarily have an issue with them. He had more of an issue with Seth. And they don't like Seth, and he doesn't like Seth. So they would be friends. Maybe they'll align. Maybe Punk's the new guy. Just kidding. That'd be crazy. Now my head is just...
I wouldn't mind Punk going heel at some point here.
Heel, just link it up with the Bronze and Paul Heyman again? That would be too... That'd be too on the nose, but...
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's probably going to be Punk. It's probably going to be Punk. I would think. Which again, we love Punk. It's fine. But so Punk wins this title. Who's Punk's first challenger?
Ron Breakker.
LA Knight.
LA Knight, yeah. You could do LA Knight, but he just
he just lost the opportunity to get in this match.
Yeah, and then he lost to Braun Breaker on Monday night. So I think it's Braun. I think it's Braun Breaker.
But Braun can't lose if he fights for the title, in my opinion. Braun needs to win the title the first time he fights it. So then Punk wins the belt for what, a fucking month?
Unless they do a smozzy finish. You know what I mean? It would be the first time. Yeah. But you get too cute. I don't know. Yeah, so...
Is there a chance Jay can win?
That's what I'm saying. That's where my head is. I'm like, Jay winning There's other things.
Is there more stories and intrigue with Jay winning with Jimmy and Roman? And again, it brings the title back surrounding the fucking bloodline again, which we did for 5 years. But like, is there more of an intrigue with Jay winning because of the Jimmy stuff and Roman and like, do they go down that road? Like,
I think and again, how much rope would you give a CM Punk title run?
it doesn't have to be long. Although people,
I mean, his last one was 5 minutes.
yeah, it'll be longer than that, I would think, because I expect Punk to be involved in War Games as well, probably.
Right, which is always a de facto. Your champions can be in that match, and you don't have to have them defend.
So I feel like he'll be involved there, which means, the belt won't be defended at Survivor Series. So then there's no pay-per-view in December because they're doing just the Cena's last match. So then you're talking Punk has it at least to the Rumble.
Well, I guess they could do something this Saturday. I forgot about that. Yeah, it's a Saturday night's main event. Cena's last match card. They could do something, but I don't think they would do anything crazy there that would take away from the Cena stuff.
Yes. So I don't know.
Yeah, I guess if you wanted to convince me that Jay could win it, I wouldn't say you're crazy because I think that that's a viable option and there's a built-in storyline there. I just have a feeling Jimmy's gonna end up involved and costing him somehow, and and Jay's kind of playing Jimmy right now, where you would have done the same, and then even Punk saying it, but then like you're my brother.
Mm-hmm.
I love you. So Jimmy's like, so something's gonna happen. So it's gonna be Punk. Let's just call it what it is. Let's not overthink it. It's a Saturday night's main event.
That's what I'm saying.
It ain't WrestleMania.
It ain't.
It ain't one of their biggest shows of the year. It ain't WrestleMania night 1. I mean night 2, whichever one was better. Was it night 2 that was better this year?
No, I thought overall. No, night 1 was like but had a great main event, and then
that's
great, but had a
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
Cody
that's right.
Main event.
That's right. That Cody Cena Travis Scott bullshit.
Like they were like opposites of each other, really.
But to answer your question now, Fernando, that we talked about Saturday's main event, if you're a head coach in the NBA, you shouldn't be gambling at all.
Mm-hmm.
Just a thought. Listen, I get why people do it. I'm not Charles Barkley, who thinks people who gamble are idiots. It is an addiction. There's obviously some stuff that probably is going to come out on that end, and where Chauncey Billups got mixed up with some people that he
shouldn't. Well, that's different though.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't have all the facts. All I'm going to say is it's not a great look for your league if your head coach and a couple players are smashing the unders and giving out information.
They weren't. That's different though.
Oh, is this the Billups thing?
Billups thing is like card games with the mafia. Like
and they were setting dudes up.
They had X-ray tables and shit that they were reading the cards.
I guess I was thinking more of like Rozier.
Terry Rozier is the one that was betting.
He would have like 20 points would be his over under, and then all of a sudden he'd leave the game with 18 points.
Yeah, exactly. He'd fake an injury and be like, "Oh,
yeah,
that shit's bad."
That's bad. Well, Chauncey, that's bad too. I don't know.
That's a whole different. That's like he was involved with the fucking mafia.
Yeah, I don't know what he did. I don't know how he got there, but he got there.
Former Damon Jones, former player and Cavs assistant, is involved in that one as well. Yeah. The Billups one, yeah. So it says allegedly involved in rigged poker games tied to the mafia. The FBI said victims would be lured into playing with a well-known former NBA player and Billups, only to be cheated out of their money using technology that ranged from rigged shuffling machines to X-rays that could read cards that were face down on the table to contact lenses that could identify marked cards.
That's movie. That's movie shit, dude.
Yeah. And this is a quote by an FBI guy. He says, the mafia had pre-existing control over non-rigged illegal poker games around New York City. That was the attorney for the Eastern District of New York that said that. As a result, they also became involved in the rigged poker games, helping to organize the games and taking a cut of the proceedings and working to enforce the collection of debts. But it does say Billups, however, might also be tied to sharing insider information with bettors as the Blazers coach, which is a completely
I'll be honest. At that point, if you're doing mafia spy shit, I think you're okay with going, hey, Damian Lillard's knee's a little banged up today. You might want to bet the under.
Unbelievable.
Not to make light of it, because I love basketball. It is like I've been watching all week. I'm so excited. College, like, it doesn't help the allegations that the league's already rigged and already, you know what I mean? They've been having gambling and issues for years and crooked refs, and it doesn't help that a head of one of your organizations is doing that, and you got players doing it. So I don't know. All the facts on the Chauncey stuff hasn't came out yet. I don't know if he was, you know what I mean? Like, he made a bad debt, got into the wrong people, then all of a sudden they're like, well, this is how you can repay us.
Mm-hmm.
Whether he was a willing participant, all that'll come out. It's bad for the league. Maria, this is a little bit bigger than Pete Rose level. Like,
I would say so.
Pete Rose was the manager of the Cincinnati Reds when he would bet. He would never bet his teams to lose. He would always bet them to win. He definitely gambled on baseball, which is a huge no-no in any sport. But this is like, there's more names that are going to drop for sure.
Oh yeah,
I've heard murmurs of like Kevin Garnett was a part of some of these games. Like, I don't know how much. Again, I don't know how much any of these names are true. But the worst part about it is if you're watching NBA Twitter at all, like James Harden last night. His over-under was 20. He had 20 at halftime, didn't score another point the rest of the game. And everybody's like, right? So now anytime a player underperforms the set line that Vegas sets, everybody, you can't, you're never going to beat those allegations. So it's going to take a long time to repair. But that's a bigger issue with gambling. Like, again, I've dabbled. I played around last week with ESPN Bet. But again, I don't ever bet anything outside of my means. Like $10. Yeah, I'll throw $10 on Cooper Flag to get 20 points just for fun. But, and again, it's a slippery slope. So I at least know at this moment I'm not going to go crazy. But once they opened up sports books and gambling across the country, it's hard to regulate. It's hard to police it. I know they tell NFL players, NBA players, don't have it on your phones. Don't do it while you're in our facilities. It's legal for you to gamble on other sports, but you know what I mean? You're not even allowed to have it on you in an NFL stadium when you're working with the team. But obviously there's ways around it. So, but that's not the basketball I wanted to talk about today, JPJ. I tweeted about it. What's going on with your boy Jaylen Brown's hair? What is up with that hair?
I honestly haven't been focusing on that. I've been focusing on the fact that he's a top 5 player in the league currently.
No, 100%. I'm not here to dispute it. He put up 30 last night. They look good against the Cavs. I was going to say, I don't know why I was going to say your Cavs. That was just the Cavs, who are a front runner in the East. So that was cool to see. But over the he did like the Carlos Boozer.
Listen, he's still a young guy. Losing your hair is tough for some people. Maybe he just,
But he's gotten his hair stains or his hairspray on more players than you got wins. What's going on? Just if you've got $300 million in just your contract alone, not endorsement deals, not any other income that you may, just shave that shit off, man. Ain't nobody gonna care.
Yeah, but maybe he does.
To the point where you would spray paint, paint your head?
I wouldn't.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like,
but if he feels strong about it, then who are we to judge?
I'm just asking.
Listen,
why can't he pull? Like, KD just lets that shit go.
Yeah,
but he's out here painting it on. And then he's going out there and he's
And
sweating
sweating.
it
Yeah, 'cause
and
he
getting
plays
it all over the place.
Listen.
Like, if I had to guard Jaylen Brown, I'd be like, bro, get your hair goo off.
Well, maybe that's why he does it, because it's psychological warfare.
Maybe that's how he's getting to the
Fucks
bucket.
with them. He's
Guys are like, I'm good.
he drives into the hole, and the guy's like, fuck, what the hell I got all over me? So then they don't play as hard a defense, and he's taking advantage.
If it's a 30.
Yeah.
Okay.
Facilitator, taking that leadership role with JT out. Hey, JT's coming back this year, by the way. He said he's going to be back right after the All-Star break.
Okay.
Which is crazy.
That's
He's already
only
dunking and shit. He's already dunking.
I only laugh because that is crazy. That'd be the fastest we've seen anybody come back from.
Now
I know Tyrese kind of. I don't think Tyrese is going to come back because it was a little later. But he's also like, I'm going to try to come back.
Yeah.
If I'm him, I stay away because the Pacers ain't won a game yet. So you might as well just tank and get yourself,
That's what I thought was going to happen.
Cam Boozer.
Yeah. Well, that's what. So there's a kid that plays for BYU. He's a Massachusetts kid.
AJ DeBanza, dude.
DeBanza, baby.
You know why? You know why he plays for BYU?
Yeah, didn't he say no to some school?
No, it's because
They paid him $12 million or some shit.
Because some guy, I think one of the Utah Jazz guys,
Probably Danny Ainge. He went to BYU.
an Ainge, somebody paid his, like, hey, you go to BYU, stick around here, because I'm a big BYU guy. It was like a Jazz, it was something. It was weird. And I was like, okay, that's weird, because he's the #1 recruit in college.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm going to BYU.
Yeah, going to BYU out of fucking nowhere. What the hell is he going to BYU?
So he could just focus strictly on ball, because you're not allowed to do things at BYU. You're not allowed. You have like a 10 o'clock curfew at BYU.
Yeah. Fucking Jimmer Fredette? That's where he went, right? BYU.
Yeah. Ask Jake Bresloff what's up with that honor code. That's why he's at Tulane right now.
Fair. Tulane. The red.
But yeah, you guys should tank for demand. But now you're 2-3.
Yeah, but now we're 2-3 because we're playing all right. Because listen, half the league makes the playoffs. I expect us to make the playoffs, even without Tatum.
Yeah, at least the plans and
yes, but at that rate, and again, all right. I don't know how you are when it comes to the teams that you actually are diehard. Well, not including college, because that's different. College football is a different animal, the way they win.
Sure.
But like, if the Cubs,
okay,
no, because baseball's even different. Because you really don't have like a dedicated.
Just make.
If you knew your team was going to be like
the Rockets, I'm a Rockets guy.
Yeah,
that's my
now though. All right, so like the Rockets, right? Would you rather them be a middling team and make the play-in and get bounced in the play-in and have a 15th overall pick, or would you rather them win fucking 10 games and get the second pick? Because I personally think I think as a fan, rooting to be bad to get the #1 pick, I think that is just such a I don't have that in me. That is just such a loser mentality that I could never root for that to happen to my team. But I think in pro sports, the worst place you can be with a team is in the middle. It's in the middle. You should either be really good or really bad.
You've described the Chicago Bulls, my guy.
It's fair, I guess.
They love that 42-40 season.
That's the worst place to be.
That's tough because I will say you can't win it if you don't make the playoffs. And I have a thing like you can only go to the lottery so many times before you have to put it together in the NBA.
Yeah.
So like the Thunder, they did it. The Sixers, they the trust the process stuff. At some point, you got to turn a corner and you got to do something. So, no, do I want to go? The second overall pick for the next 10 years. But yeah, if I'm gonna be the 10th seed of the play-in game, like I'm good. Like we can
what does that do for you? What does that do for you?
Get you a couple reps.
Even if you get a couple playoff gates, good for you. Your owner gets fucking more money, and that okay, great. So even if you make it through the playoff, let's just say you win the play-in shit, you get 3 extra games out of it, and then you go to face the #1 seed, and they dog walk you in 4 games.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah.
The fuck is that? All you did was ruin your draft, like. You know what I mean? But at the same time, as a fan, I can't be like, oh, I hope the Celtics win 12 games. That's not what I want. I can't
especially
root that way.
especially the NBA now because it's the draft lottery is so even.
Yeah.
Back when you knew you were going to get the first overall pick, sure.
Yeah, just like in 1997, we were supposed to get the first overall pick, and we ended up with the 5th pick, and Tim Duncan went to the Spurs when he was supposed to come to the Celtics because we had the worst draft, we had the worst record, and we should have had the ping pong balls.
The Rick Pitino era, dude?
Fuck that guy. Fuck that guy.
Everybody hates Rick Pitino, except even Rick Pitino's family.
One of the funniest things, and nobody that lives outside of Boston is going to understand this. There was a long-time radio show that used to be on a rock station, but then was on a sports station. They're called Toucher and Rich, and they're very funny. They're no longer a duo. There was a bad falling out, so Toucher's still around, but Rich is doing other things. But anyway, they were the 6 a.m. to 10 a.m., the early morning drive on the biggest sports station in the city. They had Rick Pitino on one day. And so Rich does the big, Rick Pitino, former head coach of the Celtics, Kentucky, Louisville, blah, 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 blah. Welcomes him on. Rick Pitino then goes, hey, guys, how's it going? And Fred Toucher literally just goes, Rick Pitino, you suck. You ruined the Celtics. And he hung up on him.
Oh, my God.
And that was it. You can find it on YouTube. It's the funniest,
funniest
thing I've ever heard. That's all he says is, Rick Pitino, you suck. You ruined the Celtics. And he just hung up on him. And then they all just start laughing hysterically that he hung up on Pitino. And then Toucher was like, yeah, I didn't want to spend the next 15 minutes talking to that guy.
I wonder what Pitino thought about that.
Oh, it was tremendous.
Okay, yeah, and Fernando, you're not wrong. It builds confidence for some younger teams. It's not. It does help to like motivate you if you see like, I just got swept in the first round. It gives you that, but at the end of the day, you got to stockpile assets, and the best way to do that is to bottom out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And like that's the thing that sucks about, because if you talk to a basketball person, they would tell you the best thing for the Celtics would be on a year that Tatum is not there is to make the lottery. And then you get a good young player to add to your future core around the Jays. Like that is what they would tell you. Look at best case scenario, no Tatum, you have one rough year, you get a top 6-7 pick, you get a good player, blah, blah, blah. But in my brain, I look at it and I go, no, they should still be a 5 or 6 seed. And then if Tatum miraculously does come back, you see what the fuck happens.
Yeah. And they got a good enough core of guys that it's doable.
Yeah.
It's not like it's a bad team. I like that 88. I can't pronounce his name. I'll butcher the shit out of it.
Oh, Keita?
Oh, dude, he's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
I watched him last night.
I like him.
I wish I had more. I wish I had more dogs on my team.
But then we have the kid that we got from Minot, or
Josh Minot.
Josh Minot. He's been fucking good.
He was pretty good. Yeah, last night he was
double. He had a double last night. He's been good though.
Yeah, and then he put up 15 the night before. So yeah, you got some guys. We got some guys.
What's his Anthony and
Anthony Simons. Yeah.
Yes, he's been getting better the last couple of games. Well, it is what it is. But I don't know what to do about Jaylen Brown's hair. I don't know what you want me to do.
I just had to ask because I think he should shave it. I think he'd be fine bald.
It's fair.
He's even talked about, but hey, I just thought I'd ask.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
Are the Toronto Blue Jays actually going to fucking win the World Series?
Oh my God. See, I didn't even think about that, but so.
Is that what's happening right now?
Game 7, right?
I haven't taken the Toronto Blue Jays serious my whole entire life. In my whole entire life, I have never taken them once seriously, and they're one game away from winning the World Series.
But to be fair, so are the Dodgers.
No, they're 2 games away.
Oh, is it 3-2?
It's 3-2 going back to Toronto for the last 2.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So I read that wrong. Never mind.
That your Savage kid was unreal last night. Unbelievable. 22 years.
Dude, this series has been bonkers. You had that 18 inning game. Shohei has looked hittable, which is
okay.
But
that
that
18 inning game.
Yeah.
Shohei Ohtani.
Yeah.
Had 9 plate appearances in that 18 inning game, and he reached base all 9 times.
Yeah.
He hit 2 doubles, 2 home runs, and then they intentionally walked him 5 straight. He went 9 for 9 on getting on base.
Yeah.
In that game. That is the dumbest shit. Like, that is
What do you mean?
unbelievable.
What do you mean it's dumb?
I mean that in like a positive way.
Oh,
Like, that's
okay.
the dumbest thing I've ever. Like, that is crazy.
Yeah.
I've been watching baseball as a diehard baseball fan my whole life. And I never, I lived through Barry Bonds, who was unbelievable. I have never seen that. That is crazy.
Yeah, that's pretty wild. But the Blue Jays are hot right now. Maybe the Dodgers are fatigued from going back to back. I don't know.
My dude my dude Mookie sucks, man. He's
do you think it gets to Game 7?
I have a feeling that dome is going to be pretty raucous tomorrow night, and they're going to want to end that shit.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to go Game 7 against the Dodgers for sure. If you got them on the road,
I think if you're Toronto, you gotta fucking win tomorrow. Just end it tomorrow, because if you get to Game 7, you're at home and you're gonna have the crowd there, and it's gonna be loud. And they're a good team, clearly. Duh, they're about to win the World Series.
Pretty much. If I'm the Toronto Blue Jays, everybody.
Yeah, you don't want it to get to Game 7. I feel like just end it tomorrow if you can.
You throw every pitcher you can at Game 6, and you just hope that you get it done.
Yeah. If
you don't go, oh my God, we got to worry about Game 7. I think you play Game 6 as if it's Game 7. Mm-hmm. You go, I don't want to see these guys on, what would it be? Because this game is tomorrow.
Game 7 would be Saturday. So
yeah,
it'll be
Saturday.
Back to back.
Yeah, I don't want to get to Saturday. I go, you know what? We're good here. Like, let's just throw everybody.
Yeah.
You're all available. Y'all better get some rest.
Yeah.
This is the first time in MLB history that the season started out of the country and will end out of the United States.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Because they started in Japan. Yeah.
Yeah. First, I saw that stat today.
That's a nifty stat.
Yeah. First time ever. They started in Japan. They'll end in Toronto. First time it did not begin or end in the continental United States.
Wow. That's pretty nifty.
Who should win MVP for Toronto?
Vlad. Easy.
Yeah. Vladdy. The Yankees lose.
That guy's unbelievable.
Nice.
Animal.
Speaking of animals, didn't we have we had a pretty decent Halloween Havoc this week?
I thought so. I thought it exceeded my expectations, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Tatum Paxley, we called that last week. That was a big surprise.
We did. I feel great, and I think we're going to start to see the unraveling of the culling here a little bit, because I think Izzy Dame is kind of being friendly with Tatum right now, but I think Izzy Dame, you can see, has the look of like, that should be me, bitch.
Tatum said, though, we're not fighting. Yeah. I don't want this to come between us. And she brought back the spin the wheel, make the deal with all the. I hated that. Not the spin the wheel part. I hated the way they did that.
Why?
I just didn't think, like, okay, so Lola's out. Let Tatum just win it.
Yeah.
The first defense proved to us that this is like a new I know they don't have Lola Vice in the match for the people who are like, well, we can't have Lola Vice. Let's don't put her in the match. Then that wheel could have spun anywhere else, right? Mm-hmm. But then Fatal Influence just absolutely just busted up, which we think is going to happen with the bronze here at Saturday Night's Main Event. But I was just like, for her first defense, I was like,
yeah. And
now she's in a trios match with Izzy, and we'll see what goes on. But yeah, I just was like, I wasn't really fine. And then I didn't love that. Just didn't love that. I'm just gonna say. But other than that, like, what else did we have? We had that Ethan Page Wagner Jr. match. Was
very good.
Really good. Looks like Chelsea Green's back in the fold. They're going after the mixed tag titles on Sunday. Is that televised anywhere?
I don't think so.
The AAA event that they kept promoting.
Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, maybe it'll be on YouTube. Sometimes they throw those on YouTube.
Yeah, because that would be. I'd watch that if it was so.
I would love them to win those belts. To be honest with you,
well, the WWE talent in a AAA ring, they're gonna win.
Are you sure?
I mean, wouldn't shock me.
Yeah.
But yeah, you look it up.
No. Dark State. I was gonna go. Dark State won the tag titles back from Hardy Boys.
Yeah, that was an interesting decision. I didn't see that coming.
So
But
clearly,
I guess it makes sense.
yeah, because the opening match was Javon and Leon Slater against Mr. Iguana and La Parka.
Well, Parka.
Hell yeah, La Parka.
You got it.
And Javon Evans and Leon Slater won.
Yeah.
And then Dark State beat the Hardys. And then they had a backstage segment where Leon Slater and Javon Evans were like, we're going to go for the tag titles, which makes sense because Dark State ruined the match between them two at Bound for Glory. So that makes sense there.
Sure. You know, with TNA not having any television of their own right now.
No.
Still nothing.
No. Sorry, you just didn't crown a new champion or anything like that. Cool. And then the other big match, well, obviously there was the main event, which saw Ricky Saints defend and defeat Trick Williams. So I guess my question is Trick Williams is done in it. Like, he has nothing left to do in NXT.
I don't know. He's fighting an I Quit match in 2 weeks at Gold Rush.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. So he's going one more time, right?
I guess they did the whole, can't keep their hands off each other, busting up TNA Knockouts World Championship matches. And I would think so. Trick is a guy that, like, I'm afraid if he goes up to the main roster, he's going to get Carmelo hazed, but there's nothing left for him to do. And, but also to play counterpoint, who's in that main event right now? Who's in that main event men's scene on NXT right now that you go, yep, because Oba's gone, Trick would be gone, Josh Briggs ain't it.
I don't know who
He's in Page, but he's got the North American Championship.
But Ethan Page to me should be on the main roster as well.
Sure. So who's that? They're kind
Miles Bourne. They've been trying to build Miles Bourne up.
Tavion, they've trying to build.
They've been trying to build him up.
But that's the thing. They built Miles Bourne up. They had that battleground match, and then that was it. And then he was back to doing the No Quarter Catch Crew stuff for a while.
Could you elevate a Dempsey?
I mean, you could, but
King? Could you elevate Lexus King?
Would you?
I would call him Brian Pillman Jr. and fucking do it, yeah.
Okay. But not Lexus King.
I'm just trying to think.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if you think about it, the women.
What about my man Ricky Smokes? You gotta put my man Ricky Smokes on the TV show. He's in Evolve right now. Yeah, swipe right. You gotta put Ricky Smokes.
And technically Javon is still.
Javon's
still in NXT, but he's flirting with the main roster for sure. You could do some TNA involvement, but yeah, I worry about Ricky Saints needs somebody that can go toe to toe with him on that microphone. It's not very many people. Trick can do it, but I also don't want to see Trick and Ricky 48 times.
It's fair.
So yeah, I don't know what you do, but I think you got to move. You got to do something with Trick. I think that you got to move him up. Elevate Jasper Troy. Fernando says.
Jasper Troy, okay.
He's fighting for the Speed Championship next week.
Yeah, he sure is.
Yeah,
so what do you got? You have, there's not many choices. Tony D'Angelo, if he's anywhere, maybe.
Yeah.
Sean Spears, but,
It's Sean Spears.
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Miles Bourne is there. You could do, where's Luca Crucifino at? What's he doing?
I don't know.
Yeah, Jasper Troy is a choice. We could have him. The rest of them are not. Yeah, there's Dempsey.
Which don't get me wrong.
Andre Chase, I guess.
It could be Ricky Saints for a minute. You heat some guys up, and then you just give them opportunities. But in terms of like meaningful feuds, there's just not a guy ready to go.
Yeah.
Again, unless you wanted to pull the title off of Ethan Page and have him run it back with Ricky Saints in that aspect, but we just saw that in the North American. What more can they do? So that worries me. Ricky Saints wins the belt, and there's no one to challenge it. Maybe you have somebody drop down, like they did with like a Dolph Ziggler a few years back. Maybe he drops down, does a part with Becky Lynch did it. Maybe you have somebody right now on the main roster is not doing much that could Challenger. I mean, I don't know. Carmelo Hayes. But we already saw that. Gargano, what's he doing right now?
It's a DIY.
But what are they doing?
Fucking nothing.
Okay, give him something to do.
What's half the roster doing right now? Fucking
what
nothing.
As I'm saying, maybe we test out old Ricky Saints with some main roster talent and see how, could do that.
I would love
NXT always figures out a way. I will tell you, though, Josh Briggs just is not for me.
No?
So,
I don't think he's for that NXT crowd either. They do not like him.
No, they're not fans, and I'm like, this isn't my guy, so don't push Briggs on me.
I mean, it might actually be Briggs, though. Is that a cat? Is that one of your cats?
Dylan, weirdo.
Is that one of your cats going, meow?
It's probably,
like, pay attention to me, bitch.
Well, there's a window, like in the basement, that window that goes, that he can, like, lay on, and there's probably something outside. And he's like, what's up?
Got it. He's like, I want to kill that thing.
Guess what? That thing would kill you because you're a wuss.
Is he a wuss?
My cats are not. My cats are so spoiled. Divas, bro. These three people that I live with up here spoil them all the time, pampering them. Those cats live a life of luxury.
Do they get too many treats?
If they went outside, they wouldn't know what to do.
Do they want to go outside?
No, not really.
Lou wants to go outside. He's begging.
Every time I open the door, they look, and then they dart back off.
Yeah, Lou was begging to go outside. I'm like, bro, you wouldn't last a day.
Yeah, you'd be done.
You wouldn't last a day out there. Something would get you, and it'd be the end of you. Quickly.
That's what I'm saying.
Anyway.
So yeah, that's how exciting the NXT men's division is right now. We're talking about our cats.
It is lack of depth when you look at it. It's very, very bad lack of depth for sure. Like, what do you? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. And during this, Joe Hendry is an option, I guess, but he was in a fucking trash can on Tuesday. Listen, I get the gimmick is that he pops out of nowhere and Alba secured the perimeter, but the screenshot image that's going to make its way around the internet is Joe Hendry in a trash can, and everybody's going to be like, the symbolism. NXT was wild this week.
It's
It was a vibe this week.
It was a good time. It was a good time.
Just chilling in that trash can.
Yeah.
Then he had the nerve to show up on your show, take over Dynamite Up last night.
You saw that?
I did see that. That was awesome. Shout out to Jose.
Yeah, he sang the song. Like he
yeah.
It's pretty.
I wouldn't be able to do all that.
No. Well, oddly enough, Ricky Saints was on Busted Open Radio this morning. Huh? And he was asked about what was next for him. And his quote was, the next step would be, let's mix it up. Let's take somebody from the main roster and bring them down here and see how an NXT champion compares to one of those guys. Even then, the talent pool in NXT is so deep. Javon Evans, Miles Bourne, so many people are on the way up. I have no problem showing the different styles or the contrast between me and these people, especially when it comes to experience. I have no problem showing that off. Those are the areas that I'm interested in because it mixes it up. It's a little bit different, but it also gives you a glimpse into the future of what we have in NXT. On top of that, can you show the NXT champion can hang with anybody?
Wow, I didn't watch. I didn't watch Busted Open today or listen to it. I was at work.
So there you go.
But me and Ricky are on the same wavelength. Yeah, main roster.
That'd be something.
Yeah, and like you said, there's plenty of people that aren't doing anything or could be utilized in that way. And Becky Lynch did it for a while, and it really made Lyra Valkyria, you know what I mean?
Yep, for sure.
So why not? I don't know. I'm trying to think who would be. Could you imagine if Finn Balor went down there and was like, hey, I want to take a run at you?
That'd be fun.
JD McDonough, one of the Judgment Day guys. Yeah, I'd be all right with that.
Mm-hmm. Big time.
But at the end of the day, if I'm NXT, I need to figure out the men's division there and see who I've got. Got some players because it's a little light.
Sure is.
But hey, I digress.
I know you said you didn't get around to it, but last night on Dynamite, they started the women's tag team title tournament.
Yeah, they did. Who
And
won?
it was a big upset
Who won?
as the Sisters of Sin beat Jamie Hayter and Queen Aminata.
Whoa, really?
Yeah, because Tekla got involved and took out Jamie Hayter, and Aminata
That was
got
one that
beaten.
we were talking was going to be in the finals for sure.
No,
Wow.
not anymore. First round and out.
I knew there was going to be an upset. I didn't think it'd be that, but hell yeah.
Sisters of Sin.
Is that the only women's match so
That
far?
was the only, yes.
Okay, then there'll be one on Saturday, probably.
Next week on Dynamite, they announced that Mercedes and Athena are taking on Harley and Willow.
Okay.
So that's happening. And then last night to end Dynamite, they had a Fright Night Fatal 4-Way to determine the number one contender for Hangman's title. It was Bobby Lashley versus Samoa Joe versus Hook versus Ricochet. And Ricochet was, without a question, the MVP of that match. He fucking ruled in that match. But we saw Samoa Joe win.
Okay, we're running Samoa Joe and Hangman back already?
Yep. So that we saw that. And then Tony Schiavone, who was dressed up as the Phantom of the Opera,
Didn't see that.
he gets in the ring with the contract to have Joe sign the contract. Joe cuts a little mini promo. And then Tony Schiavone, who's not on camera at this point, comes over the microphone and says, all right, this calls for a celebration. Let's have a toast. And there's like a bucket of beers in the corner. All the dudes in the ops grab beers. And you see Tony Schiavone get back in the ring dressed as the Phantom of the Opera. And you hear him say, here's a toast to Hangman Adam Page's Hangman Adam Page doing awesome cowboy shit. And then the microphone changes from Tony Schiavone's voice to Hangman's voice, and he says, long may he reign. And then you find out that Hangman Adam Page is dressed as Tony Schiavone, who was dressed as Phantom of the Opera.
Oh, okay.
And he hits a nut shot on Shibata, hits a nut shot on Hobbs. He breaks a beer bottle over Samoa Joe's head. Then he does the buckshot and gets on top of him and punches him until he gets separated by security.
While I was scrolling through Twitter today, I saw somebody go, shout out to the AEW makeup department. I really thought that was Tony Schiavone for a minute. And
Yeah.
I thought that they were trolling because I was like, that's clearly Tony Schiavone and a Phantom of the Opera mask.
No, it was
But
Hangman.
it was Hangman. Okay,
Yeah.
I definitely got to circle back on this.
Yeah. And so earlier in that segment, Tony Schiavone called out some people, and it was like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man was there and a bunch of stuff. And the ops attacked everybody, and they held the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man because a couple years ago
He was
on Dynamite, and that was in Boston. I was in the building when that happened.
Yeah.
He dressed up as the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, and he attacked the Elite at that point.
Okay.
And it was one of the best moments in the history of Dynamite.
I remember that.
They kind of ran back the Halloween costume swerve thing with Hangman. That's kind of become his thing now, which I love that it's his thing. But last night's one was excellent. It was
He does serious cowboy shit, but he has a soft spot for the trickery of Halloween.
Loves Halloween.
Yeah, I kind of like that's a fun little like that would be like a dating profile thing. You'd be like, I'm all about cowboy shit. I'm 100% business, but I love spooky little little Halloween.
Yeah.
I love dressing up as Tony Schiavone. That's awesome. I'll have to check.
Great.
I'll have to check that out. So, God, anybody else? Anything major happened? But I like.
So they had.
So
That was the main event. Was a fatal 4-way for the men for the number one contendership. So they're running back Joe and Hangman. Then the women's tournament started with the Sister of Sins getting the big upset. Then they also had a 4-way tag team match to determine the number one contenders for Brodito, and FTR beat the Young Bucks, Jurassic Express, and I forget who the other team was. Jet Speed. So they beat the FTR won that one. That was a good match. They won that one. And then the last big thing, well, not the last big thing, because I thought Dynamite was actually a really good show. But one of the other big things that happened was we had a rematch with Mox and Kyle O'Reilly again.
Yeah.
Another fantastic match. And it was a double count out. And then it led to the Death Riders coming out and attacking. Roderick Strong came out, Orange Cassidy, Darby. It led to all this stuff. And then we found out that we're not just getting one blood and guts match with the ladies this year. We're getting two. It's Darby Allin and the Conglomeration teaming up against the Death Riders.
So is that blood and guts just going to be?
I think it should just be the two matches.
Just the two matches on 2 hours.
It's not next week. It's the week after.
Yeah, the 12th.
So I think that's what they should do. They should do the men's in the first hour. Have a couple backstage interviews or another, whatever, and then you do the women the last hour. I feel like that's the way you do it there, right?
God, now, don't get me wrong. I am 1,000% all in on the women's blood and guts match. I'm just trying to think of that like as a watching thing. That's a lot of intense. That's going to be an intense watch for 2 hours if it's just back-to-back blood and guts matches.
Yeah. And there was unfortunate news on Dynamite as we found out that Penelope Ford blew out her elbow.
Ooh.
So she is now no longer in the women's tag team tournament with Megan Bayne. And so they were backstage. Penelope kind of cut a little promo about it. And then Megan Bayne said, it's unfortunate that that Penelope is injured, but like if anybody wants to step up and team up with me, like I want to, and Marina Shafir.
Ooh, I like that. It sucks for Penelope Ford. They were doing a lot of cool stuff, but
I wanted them to win. I wanted them to win the whole tournament.
But I like Marina and Megan.
It's Megan Bayne and Marina, and then Moxley kind of showed up and was like, "These two, who?" And he was like, kind of funny. He was like, "Look out!" Like, yeah. So now, they're gonna face it's TJ versus Megan Bayne and Marina now. So poor sorry, TJ.
Right, you're about to just get worked because they've pretty much protected Marina's kind of badassness. And I don't think they're going to start having her dropping L's just because she's inserted into this tournament. No. And I mean, Megan Bayne's another one that they protect too. So I'm in on that. That's awesome. That's a good episode. I'm going to have to, maybe I'll fire it up tonight after Beards and get started on it. I should have watched it. I should have watched it.
It was a really good match. And then the show opened up with Orange Cassidy and Darby Allin teaming up against Wheeler Yuta and Daniel Garcia of the Death Riders, and that was a really good tag match that saw Orange Cassidy and Darby Allin win. But that was a good start to the show. They started right with a match, which I love when Dynamite starts with the match. Oh, and then there was another good thing that happened. They had a Don Callis Summit.
Oh, yeah, I was going to ask, how many people were in that ring?
Yeah, they had 2 tables in that ring, 2 tables. They had a Don Callis family summit, and everybody showed up except Takeshita. Was not there. So Don's talking. He's like, we're very successful. He goes, but people always ask us 4 questions. And like Rocky Romero talked, Josh Alexander talked, Kyle Fletcher talked. And then they unveiled a new painting that Mel Coleman made. And it was Don Callis in a sheet covering his man regions with all the fellas behind him. And it was one of those paintings. Yeah. And then as he was about to answer the 4th question of what the 4th most important question is for the Callis family, Takeshita showed up, and Okada immediately got up from the table and went face to face with Takeshita. And then Don Callis was like, "Hey, I know there seems to be issues going here." And he looked at Takeshita. He said, "I picked you first. You were my alpha. I made you the alpha. You were my first choice here in AEW. You were my first." And he goes, "But if there are problems, you'll also be the first one out of here."
Ooh.
And he goes, "The 4th question is what makes the Don Callis family succeed?" And he goes, "And that is doing whatever I say." And so he looked at Takeshita and he said, "So I'm telling you, you're going to shake Okada's hand."
Ooh.
And Takeshita was not thrilled about it, but he put his hand out for the handshake. And Okada just flipped him the bird. And Okada was just laughing hysterically as Takeshita wanted to kill Okada, and they had to be separated by the rest of the Don Callis family. And that's how that ended. So that was a good segment too. Dynamite
They're-
was good last night.
They're playing the Takeshita face turn so perfectly.
Yep.
He's going to get absolutely mauled by the 47 people in the Don Callis family.
Yep.
And then he's going to beat Okada. It's going to be awesome. Hey, Chris Parrish is in the house. Hello. Welcome in.
Parrish, good sir. Hope you're well. Yeah, so that was good. So all in all, I thought Dynamite was quite excellent.
Yeah?
I thought Dynamite was quite a great show.
I missed me a good one, huh?
Yeah. But I thought it was good. Also on NXT, we didn't talk about Kalani Jordan went heel.
Went? Kind of.
I mean, she was leaning that way, but she officially kind of did like bad shit, right?
Yeah, she cracked Jordan Grace with the TNA. But again,
how do you feel about Jordan Grace going back for the TNA title that she was the champion of for a long? Like, I know she's in NXT now, but she's fighting for a title that she could have just stayed in TNA and probably held for fucking 8 years.
There's that
in a row.
There's definitely that. I looked at it and I optically at first was like, I mean, come on. Like, again, yeah, she's in NXT now. I would like to see you separate Jordan Grace as much as you can from that relationship, even though I know you have a partnership. But then I thought about it and I was like, if we're ever gonna believe Kalani Jordan is the TNA Knockouts Championship, who better to beat than Jordan Grace? Arguably one of the all-time greatest women's knockout champions ever.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't love that Trick and Saints were fighting through the middle of the match to cause that ending. Yeah, it's different, it's interesting, but I think it took away from the shine, but it ultimately got you to the heel Kalani Jordan thing. And Chris is saying that the KO, the Knockouts title, should be on a TNA wrestler. I don't think you're wrong. Should be. There's a few of them, but right now we live in a world where it's on Kalani Jordan. I think a heel Kalani Jordan would be fun. I don't know what you're doing with Jordan Grace though in NXT. I can go on that rant if you want. I just don't know because you got Tatum, JC, Izzy, all of them are mixed up in the women's world title. Blake's now got the North American Championship. Mm-hmm. You can't necessarily have Jordan Grace go back after Blake Monroe because she's already kind of been there, done that. Tatum and Jordan Grace just doesn't make sense right now. And then you're just going to have her get knocked out by Kalani Jordan because you're going to have to pay that off. You're going to have to run it back. Jordan Grace is not going to show up on Tuesday night and go, Ava, we're cool. She's going to want that. And then at some point, Jordan Grace has to win one of these matches. That's where we're kind of at with the women in NXT is. So then are you taking the belt off Kalani Jordan and putting it on a former TNA person who's now a WWE person? But what are we doing here?
Yeah.
Are we angling for Kalani Jordan versus Jordan Grace at whatever the TNA next pay-per-view is, whenever they get off of their dark mode? Is that the move? Are we going to get this at Gold Rush?
We could.
It's a 2-week event. Starts next week.
And then deadline's not terribly past that, right?
Yeah, deadline's
next month or the end of this month.
December something.
December 6th or it's early December.
Yeah, it's early December. So what are we doing with Jordan Grace? Why did that match happen? Maybe I missed something where it got booked, but what was the reason to do that? If you're trying to tell me that Jordan Grace is WWE, she's one that if she's not going to win a belt in NXT, put her on the main roster.
I agree.
Give her something to do on Monday Night Raw.
I agree.
There's the United States Women's Championship that I bet if you put a gun to a lot of people's head, they probably couldn't tell you who's the champ right now. The Women's Intercontinental Championship right now is Becky Lynch. Jordan Grace versus Becky Lynch would be a lot of fun.
Oh my God, yeah.
Why not? You don't have to you don't have to win belts in NXT to get called up.
We talked about this last week. They don't do anything fucking new.
Okay, but they do
anything new.
They do new stuff, but then they immediately pull back on it. I had some dweeb on the internet telling me how is Maxine a job or getting an opportunity? That was dumb. By the way, I've never seen
Two
a person.
excellent matches.
I've never seen a person get a title opportunity and go, I don't want it right now. I'm gonna wait it out and I'm gonna go learn some stuff.
Yep.
And they're like, and the person was like, why does this jobber getting an opportunity? And I was like, well, she is 2-0 right now against Becky Lynch, so it makes sense. But had they not built up a new person, you'd be mad that it's just Becky, Bayley, Charlotte winning all the time. You know what I mean? So they got to build up new people, but then they do what they did on Monday night, where they go, we got this hot new Maxine. We finally figured out what clicks with Maxine and what's working with the crowd. We're gonna give you your opportunity. You're 2-0, but we're not gonna We're gonna let you go away for a little bit and learn, and then come back and not blow it. Like I was like, no.
Yeah.
They do it. They get you right there. I think the term is called edging. They edge the shit out of you.
Oh well, that's not. Is that what that is? That's involved in some other thing.
Yeah, for sure.
But
they get you on the edge of your seat. Then I'll go there, and then they go, just kidding.
That's what they do. That's what they
just kidding. They did it with Cody freaking Rhodes at WrestleMania 39. Remember?
Don't get me started.
That's what I'm saying.
Don't get me started. I said in the moment, and I still think a cataclysmic, terrible decision.
But to circle back, I was on the bandwagon that Jordynne Grace should have beat Roxanne Perez when she was in TNA to send like this like crazy statement thing, and then they ended up getting into this partnership not too long afterwards, and it was like, well, if you knew you were going to end up in this situation anyway, you should have just did it then.
Yeah.
Now I don't know what you do with Jordynne Grace, and she does not fit in there.
No.
She does not look the part because she looks main event, main roster ready because we've seen it because you debuted her at the Royal Rumble. She had that great Rumble appearance in that match. She stood toe-to-toe with all those women on your main roster. And now you're having her in these feuds where it doesn't make sense for her to win the belt or lose. I don't know. You tell me. JPJ.
I fully agree with you. I don't know. I think Jordynne Grace needs to be on the main roster. I don't think I agree with you fully. She doesn't fit in to the vibe of NXT for me.
And not in a bad way, guys.
No.
Nobody on the internet take that and go, oh, she looks like a finished product, like a polished, finished main roster product.
Yeah, agreed. And well, oddly enough, not that it involved Jordynne Grace, but the one thing we didn't talk about that happened on Halloween Havoc is Blake Monroe.
Yeah.
Won the NXT North American Championship from Zarya, who was defending in honor of Sol Ruca, who got hurt. There was a nifty little spot where Zarya's shoulder got popped out on a stairs bump, and there was some hullabaloo that people were thinking that, oh, Sol Ruca is going to be at ringside, like maybe she's really not hurt and she's going to turn on Zarya or all this stuff. And they did it in a very clever way where Sol Ruca kind of pushed Zarya into the post where it looked like she turned for a second and was like, oh, shit, she's going to cost her the match. But it actually was to pop the shoulder back into place.
That was wild.
So Zarya could get in the ring. It was a very cool moment, very cool spot. The way they did it, but Blake Monroe did end up winning, which made me think that Blake Monroe was probably beating Sol Ruca anyway.
Yeah.
Obviously, the match would have been a lot different, I assume.
That would have been a banger.
Oh,
yeah. Not that Zarya and Blake was bad.
This one was more than fine, but yeah, I mean, short notice, there's Sol Ruca and Zarya. I mean, Sol Ruca and Blake would have had a really, 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 really good match. I thought that there was a clever thing they could have done with Zarya defending the title for Sol Ruca a couple times. And then Sol comes back and she's like, all right, hey, thanks. Give me my belt back. And Zarya's like, no, I'm not going to do that. No, I've been defending it like this is
mine. Yeah.
This is mine now. And then that's because, I do think, I don't know how long Sol will be out. I haven't heard reports of like what the actual injury is yet. Where if it's going to be a super duper long term or if it's hopefully a shorter term thing.
Well, she did relinquish the speed title on Tuesday. We're getting a speed title tournament.
You
And
know?
she threw a bunch of shade at Zarya, like low-key shade. She was like, titles that I didn't lose. And you could see Zarya's just like, what the fuck?
Well, because I think that Zarya eventually was going to knock her fucking head off and turn heel. So now, but NXT also has a knack that when they think you are ready for the main roster and you are a babyface, they turn you heel. So maybe Soul. So if Soul's going to be out for a while, I think this is an opportunity where you need to do something with Zarya. She's been kind of floating around.
She needs to go on.
She needs to be
absolute, like unstoppable
Correct.
leader.
Correct.
And then Soul comes back,
and
Soul
turns on her.
Well, Soul's going to come back to a pop. She's going to be the clear babyface. So you could do either one of two things. You have Soul come back and everybody's all excited and she turns on Zarya. Or you could be like, while you were gone,
I was holding down the fort.
I was absolutely killing it. I didn't need you. You used me, abused me. And she's definitely going to say the phrase you never called. You didn't text.
Yeah.
Because that's what they do when they go away. But yeah. No, that was, and then Soul was throwing a little shade at Zarya on Tuesday, and Ava kept saying things like, "Take all the time. I need you to get better. I don't want to see this happen to you again." And I was just like, "Okay, we get it. She's hurt. Why are you being weird about it? Take all your time. Make sure you don't rush back." Like, all right. But yeah, we'll get that on. We'll get Blake Monroe's first title defense is on Gold Rush. They didn't say who yet.
What do we think?
I don't. They wouldn't run back Zarya, would they?
No.
I don't think they would run that back right away.
Could you do
Jordan Grace?
No.
She's getting on that card.
Yeah. Could you do a she just lost the title. But could you do JCJ? Like, could you do JC Jane, or could you do Fallon Henley?
Fallon Henley hasn't had anything
or
to do in a while.
Lainey Reed, the new one that joined the group.
Thea Hale.
Yeah, what's she been doing? She's been doing
You
nothing.
could do like a Thea Hale just comes out and just all her ball of energy, just like, I want the shot. I'm going to take the shot. And then she just gets beat down. Maria, I don't know where Obafemi's been. They're waiting to debut him, I think, on the main roster.
They have to be. They have to be waiting to debut.
I mean, I would imagine so, because he ain't coming back to NXT, I don't think.
No.
He's too good for that. And that's the point of him losing to Ricky, is now that we can just move him out.
Yeah, agreed.
The giant hole there. I don't know. Interesting stuff, though. Like, it's Saturday Night's main events this week. Halloween Havoc was good. There's a lot of good stuff. It's just.
Oh, sorry.
No, I should say it's just definitely it's one of those weeks where it's like they made decisions that like aren't the worst decisions in the world, but I would like them to just crank it up a little bit more, man. Don't be afraid.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
People wouldn't be so upset about spending $10,000 on WrestleMania tickets if they were like, "Oh my god, I know they're gonna pull out all the fucking stops."
Yeah. Yeah, not
like it's gonna be it's like a Travis Scott.
Don't get me started. Don't get me started. I am just. Why has everyone got to be 45 years old?
Yeah. Because I mean, in wrestling, that's prime.
Which again, fine.
That's your prime.
I hate it. I hate it.
But yeah, and again, like not to hammer that down, and but like back in the day, they would at least do these things where they would like every once in a while they'd throw the up and coming Intercontinental Champion versus the World Champion like in a non-title match just to do it, and you're like, oh shit, like this guy's next, like you know what I'm saying? Like they don't do that kind of stuff anymore, and they do rely super heavy on all of these the name values and the stars, and rightfully so. Punk, Cody, Roman, they're all name value, but at some point you just gotta start building somebody else, or at least throw us like with Maxine. Maxine's a perfect example of what happens when you just probably weren't thinking too much into that Maxine Becky Lynch stuff. And then it turned out Becky was like, no, I really want to have a match with her. Then they put together a fantastic match, and it's now spawned into something where we're like, put the belt on Maxine.
Yeah.
Do
Yeah.
it with the men too.
Agreed.
Fernandez
All
has
right.
too many gatekeepers backstage. I don't know about it. I don't know. I'm not back there, but it is Halloween tomorrow.
I was gonna say, how much? So when you're how much candy do you steal from your kids?
Depends. Nowadays, probably not as much as I would have in the past. There's one candy in particular that is, if it ends up in their baskets, is mine without question. Can you guess what it is?
You mean like all of them?
Yeah. If it ends up, I get all of them.
Is it like one of the go-tos?
No.
Oh, it's like a secondary one.
It comes definitely in a mixed bag. Like if you buy it, it comes in that child's play bag. You know what I'm talking about? The one with like the
You
mixture.
think a crunch bar?
Nah. Crunch bars. What am I?
That's not a
What am I?
bad one.
What am I? A child?
What?
Crunch bar?
I mean, my choice would be peanut butter, Reese's peanut butter.
No. I mean, obvious.
Or
The Reese's.
Snickers? Or we go
No,
Snickers?
it's not chocolate.
Oh, Sweet Tots?
No.
Oh.
You're getting closer though, but it's not sweet tarts. They're yellow.
Yellow.
What comes in a yellow package?
Sugar babies? Sugar daddies?
Oh no.
What do you mean? Ooh. What do you mean? Ooh, that shit's delicious.
I mean, it's all right, but it ain't
What do you
it.
mean, ooh.
I'll chip a goddamn tooth on one of them.
Butterfingers? Butterfingers.
No.
It's not chocolate. You said
Not
it's not
chocolate. Not chocolate.
What the fuck is it? Dots?
Yeah, dude. Dots is my jam.
Really?
And they don't get a ton of them, but they'll get enough from.
Why do you like the Mike and Ike's?
I'll do Mike and Ike's, but Dots for some reason I vibe with a box.
What about the
of
hot
Dots.
tamales?
I'm not a big cinnamon candy guy, but I'll eat one. But I ain't like that isn't my bag. Gummy bears, but Dots is one of those I can just take the box, shoot the box, I'm good to go.
Was licorice? That's Twizzlers, I assume. Are you talking like real licorice? Like Scott, I love you, but when you say licorice like that, it makes you sound like you're 90. You talking Twizzlers? Is that what you're talking about?
Twizzlers are good. How do you feel about black licorice?
I don't hate it.
I don't either. I don't know why people.
I like anise. I like the flavor of anise. That's what it is. Like I don't hate. Listen, if I were to get black licorice in my Halloween pillowcase, I'd be like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" But like, if you give me black licorice, I will happily take it. Like I don't think it's disgusting or anything like that. Like some people.
Yeah, people get weird about the licorice thing. But
Yeah.
No, Dots for me is a go-to. Reese's is obvious. Reese's is definitely a state. Like that is one that is like precious in the.
Yeah, you're not giving up. Listen, you're not giving up a Reese's peanut butter cup. You're not giving up a Snickers if you don't have to. Kit Kat, you're not giving up.
You might. I mean, Kit Kat.
You get a lot of Kit Kats, so those are the big three, right?
I'd be like,
the big three.
I'd be like, Kit Kats, you can go. You're fine. You're good, but I don't need it. At a certain point of eating Kit Kats, though, like, I'm
Do you
like,
always break them, or do you just sometimes bite the tongue?
I break them. I'm not a savage.
Every time?
I'm not a savage. Are you a savage and just take a bite? You're supposed to break them.
I understand what the fuck you're supposed to do. Do I look like a guy that follows the rules?
No, but
I do things my way.
you're just not on a Kit
No,
Kat
I
bar?
usually break them, but like, all right, let's say tomorrow night I go trick or treating.
Yeah,
with the nephew, and he has like
out.
13 things of Kit Kats, and he gives me 4. The first 2 or 3, I'll do the break. I'll eat the last one. I'm like, just fucking 2 bites.
What? Oh God!
See you later. See you later.
Savage.
That's how you do it. Milky Way is fine, but the Snickers is just a Milky Way with the peanut in it, which makes it even better.
I get down with just Three Musketeers.
I was going to say that's just the nougat, the Three Musketeers.
That's fine.
I'm repulsed, honestly, that when I said a Crunch Bar, and I don't mean Nestle's Crunch. I mean like the Crackle. You don't like a Crackle?
The yellow
the
wrapper?
red and white wrapper. No, the yellow.
The Crackle's got peanut butter or peanuts in it more.
That's Mr. Goodbar.
Oh, that's Mr. Goodbar. Crackle's the red. Crackle's the red.
Underrated.
Crunch bars are fine, but I'm not like.
What do you think about it? Do you like a payday?
Paydays are cool. Just
I
peanuts
like
and caramel.
Oh,
nothing else. Nothing else.
They came out with
all
the
this
chocolate covered payday, and I was like, "Get that! It's Baby Ruth, you bitch! Get that out of my!
Yeah.
It already exists.
Yeah.
If I want a chocolate covered payday, I'll get a Baby Ruth. It's what it is.
Yeah, quit lying.
Don't make your own.
I'm saying all these things like I wouldn't eat any of them, but But Whoppers is one I won't. I don't get
Whoa,
down.
you don't like the malt?
Sorry, Fernando. I do not.
Wait, you don't like Whop? Why not? Why don't you like Whop?
I don't know if it's a texture taste. It does not. It's not my thing.
Is it too like the crunchy stuff make your teeth feel weird?
Yeah, and I'm just like
Gives you the tickles. Gives you the tickles.
remember Milk Duds. Love.
How do you feel about how do you feel about a York peppermint patty?
Mrs. Pluggo
Loves them.
loves them. Way to her heart. If you got York peppermint patties, you slip her a few. She's your friend. I mean, peppermint's fine, but like again,
Junior mints.
Yeah.
Obviously,
I don't know that
famous
chocolate.
Seinfeld episode, the Junior mints.
The junior mint. That'll kill a guy, man.
Yeah. How about all right? This one's important. How do you feel about the Mounds and the Almond Joys? I like an Almond Joy. Mounds is disgusting to me.
I'll pass on both accounts. I'm not a big coconut guy.
I'm not either, but I think the Almond Joy with.
But
the
if I had to
chocolate and the
pick,
nut-
you take the almond.
yeah, because it has the almond in it.
And it offsets a little bit of the coconut straight up like that is
Can't
not.
do it.
It's not great.
Can't do
Then
it.
you wrap it in chocolate, but once the chocolate layer's gone to the Mounds, it's still just coconut.
Yeah.
At least with the Almond Joy, you mix up the texture. There's a little crunch to it. You can. But again, I'm not going out of my way to eat those.
Was there ever a candy that you remember from your younger trick or treating days, or now that you got and you were like, ah? Like, how are you on the hard candy? You like the Jolly Ranchers? You like the
Jolly Ranchers are good, man.
What do you think? The Now and Laters, those were popular when we were younger. I don't know if they're still around, but Now and Laters were a thing.
Yeah, Smarties, man.
Smarties, I like the Smarties.
And not the Canadian Smarties for the Canadian people that's literally
circle.
Yeah, that just eat chalk.
Yeah,
You're just like
Starburst is excellent. I like
Starburst is goated, Fernando.
Yeah,
Butterfingers are good.
Yeah. What about all right. I don't know if this is still a thing, but when you were a kid, did you always have the people would give you like the candy apples?
Yeah, people don't hand out candy apples anymore,
No,
really. But I know what you're talking about.
There'd be weapons in there. There'd be razors and shit.
Yeah, some people might give out the ones that are pre-packaged, but those aren't as good as doing them yourself.
Yeah.
But that's just because, then it's just like been sitting on a shelf. But fresh out, dude, candy apples where it's at. Nerds, Nerds gummy clusters are...
I was going to say the Nerd Rope and the Nerd Clusters are good.
I heard somebody say that's the Nerd gummy cluster is the greatest invention in the last 20 years.
It's good.
It's a good one.
It's a good thing.
I do mess with some gummy clusters, man. I will definitely do that. What I do at the house now, and I'm not doing it because Halloween's here and we're gonna have a shit ton of candy, but I'll go get a bunch of different bags of gummy bears and make a gummy salad, and I'll put the gummy clusters as the croutons, if you will.
Really?
Yeah, dude. You spin a big bowl and do the whole you see those people like I showed up and they dumped it. They do that. I do that here. And then the kids pick it off and I pick it up. Around the Ballpark podcast.
Hey,
now.
what's going on around the ballpark? Good dude right there, let me tell you.
So you get, speaking of, to make a baby Ruth bar, man, the Baby Ruth.
Listen, I don't mind a Baby Ruth bar. I don't. It's fine.
Yeah.
You know
but
what? I was a big.
You'd rather have a Snickers.
It's not Snickers is not my top dog. A Reese's peanut butter cup to me is the best candy you can get, in my opinion. However, I love a whatchamacallit. Love them.
You know what's a good one?
Take 5. You gonna say Take 5 to
I
me
was
right
gonna
now?
Take 5 is good. I was gonna say 100 grand bar.
That was okay. That
Those
had a
good.
run.
Or I like.
What about
I like
the Ferrero Rochers? You like those?
Nobody's handing those. Nobody's handing those out. For
I mean,
Halloween.
you go to some rich towns around here. What about the people that give you the full size bars?
You treat those people. We had one of those guys.
I would mow their lawn for free.
We had one of those guys in our neighborhood for a long time, and then he moved away. And it just was never this. You know what I mean? It's like, the full size candy bar guy.
You go to that new family. That's their first Halloween trick or treat, and they're all excited. They give you a miniature. You're like, "Fuck you."
They're like, "What did I do?" And you're like,
"What the fuck happened to you?" They didn't tell you. They give full size bars at this house. Get better for next year.
In my mom's neighborhood, there's a family. They'll pass out full size pops too, like canned. So you'll get a candy.
Wait. What do you mean
cans of pop? Like cans of pop. like a full size
like
can,
like a Coke.
yeah, like a Coke.
I would whip that through their window if they gave me that. If I went,
Coke?
if I was a child and I went to a house and I said trick or treat and I was in a dumb little costume and I said trick or treat and they gave me a can of Pepsi, I would fire that through their fucking front door.
Why? You got something against?
I would go, what the fuck is
You got
this?
something against soda?
I would be like, you are not. I go, you go in that house and you find. I don't even give a shit if it's a fucking. I don't even care. A Ricola cough drop. You give me something.
I love it because, well, as an adult, I
That
love
is
it because then I have something to drink while I'm
That
walking
is
around.
ridiculous.
Maria says, "Candy corn." We are a pro candy corn podcast. If I
Yes,
remember,
I like candy corn.
last year we had this conversation. The little candy corn pumpkins, though, are goated for
I don't
sure.
hate. I'm not anti candy corn.
And
At
around
all.
the ballpark, guys, remember those orange and black wrapped candies from the 90s? Those still exist, and they
Wasn't
are.
weren't those like peanut butter?
Yeah, they're nasty, or they'd be really hard, and
Yeah.
that's like old people shit.
Yeah. Caramello bar? Is that what you're talking about, Fernando? A caramello bar?
I
From
like
back in the day?
I like a good Reese's Fast Break. That's one of my.
Oh, those are
go-tos.
good. I like the Reese sticks, like the Reese sticks.
Yeah, the Reese
Those
sticks
are
are
good.
good. Those are solid.
Those are good. They have a Reese's Take 5, which is just tremendous stuff as well.
Yeah, Reese's. I think everybody, like any form of Reese's Pieces, Reese Cups, Take Fives, any of it. I think that is like the number one staple in Halloween trick or treating. You get that, you're set, you're happy.
Yeah. I just have to say though, you did the thing, and we've all done the thing.
What?
There is no such thing as a PC.
Reese's Pieces, dude. If you're gonna tell me that I can't call it Reese's Pieces,
you can because we all do. You can.
Yeah, I did the thing.
But it's Reese's Pieces. That is there's no such thing as a PC.
I'm gonna be 90 and I'm gonna be like Reese's Pieces trick or treat.
Now again, I call it Reese's Pieces 90% of the time, but there is no such thing as what is a PC?
I don't know.
It's a pieces. It's a pieces.
I mean,
Reese's Pieces.
I mean, people make up words all the time. Twizzlers, yeah.
Scott, I just said that a couple minutes ago. And what do you mean back in the day? They are still in the grocery. You could go get a whatchamacallit right now, and they're delicious.
Yeah. After the show, go to your local gas station. They probably have
still
one.
Get one. They're delicious.
Just saying.
Reese's the only type of candy.
Reese's Pieces doesn't sound good.
I agree.
Pieces, dog.
Yeah, I know. The only type of candy that I'm still repulsed by to this day that I will not eat is green apple flavored anything. I despise it.
Interesting. So no green apple Skittles. Skittles. We need to talk about Skittles, man.
Skittles are good. Skittles are good. I like the Skittles.
But not when it's too cold. If you're trick or treating, it's too cold. You get the Skittle, bite your chip or two.
It'll chip your
you
teeth.
Gotta go. You gotta play it safe.
No, to me. I like if you're talking like produce, I like a green apple. I like a tart green apple. But the green apple flavor, like in a Jolly Rancher or like any of that stuff, to me, it's too artificial taste. It's disgusting to me. It is. I
will say this, and I'm not making light of it, but I am going to say this. I'm 39 years old. I've been trick or treating my whole life because I've trick or treated. I had kids pretty much. I've never found drugs or weapons in said candy ever. Not one time.
Me neither. Although I do find it weird sometimes. I don't know if it still happens because obviously I stopped trick or treating, almost 2 decades ago.
Last year was your last year.
25 years ago at this point. But there were always some people when we were trick or treat that they would give you wrapperless candy. They would just throw loose candy in there.
That's I wouldn't eat that.
You can't eat that. You can't. No. That's gone, bro.
You take a handful of like candy corn and you throw it in my kids. Man,
I'm not having that.
Last year we had somebody giving out. They had hot dogs. It was awesome.
What?
They gave candy to the kids and then they had hot dogs out and like ketchup, mustard, all of it.
See, that's great. That's great.
Those people were legit.
That's God's work right there.
It's like,
that's God's
thank you.
Work right there.
They're like, this is for the parents. And I'm like, you know what? You're a good person.
Yeah, and if I saw a kid trying to get a hot dog, I'd push him. Like, you get the fuck out. This ain't for you. You're over there getting the candy. You're getting the candy. This ain't for you. This is for us. You go fucking have your fun. We're going to stand over here and have these hot dogs. You're not getting one of these.
Just a bunch of us like disgruntled dads that
This
are
whole
like,
night is about you getting your dumb candy.
Like,
Go get your candy. I'm eating a hot dog.
it's Friday night. Celtics Lakers are on, and I'm out trick or treating.
Is it Celtics Lakers tomorrow?
No, I'm just using that as like a disgruntled dad's hovered
That'd be
around the hot dog stand, just like could be watching the Bulls right now.
It's true. All right, I think on that note, that's
We
gonna
made
probably
it.
Do it for us. That's going to probably do it for us. Trick or treating tomorrow. Everyone have a happy, safe Halloween. Whether you're going out with your kids, you're going to a party. It is on a Friday night, which is rare. You're going to a Halloween party. You're doing whatever. Be safe.
Stay safe. Yeah, have fun. Be safe, and come back and join us next week.
Yeah, we will be here next week reviewing Saturday night's main event. We'll be even closer to Full Gear and all that fun stuff, blood and guts, all that crazy stuff.
We got a lot coming up.
Yeah, we do. We got to get back on track with the tiers, man. We've missed a couple weeks.
Yeah,
of
it's
tiers.
been a hectic couple weeks.
We got to figure that out. But we will, because my New England Patriots, bro, S tier. But anyway, on that note, Pluggo, do the damn thing. Let the people know where they can find us and where you got your stuff out there.
All right. Well, I'm Pluggo. You search Pluggo, you can find this face. I'm everywhere. No For Exposure this Saturday. For Exposure Pod is on a hiatus this week because my son made the state finals in cross country, so I have to make the trip up to check that out. I can't wait to see how he does. It's pretty awesome. So I'm going to be doing that. But I will be back on this very channel Saturday night with Ella J for Saturday night's main events reacts. We're going to react to Jay or Punk winning, all that fun stuff. So keep it here. But our show, Between Two Beards, you can find on all social media platforms at B2Beards on all social medias. You search that and it pops up, and that's where you'll find me.
Hell yeah.
Hey, we'll see you next week around the ballpark with a brand new World Series champion. So we'll talk about that next week for sure.
We sure will. You can find me, JPJ Loves Gaming, on all social media networks, over on Twitch as well. We stream a few times a week over there. Obviously, Pluggo said where you can find us here every Thursday night, the flagship show here at Love Wrestling, 8 p.m. Eastern. You can find me Wednesday nights right after AEW Dynamite over on bodyslam.net with Jose Gonzalez doing Dynamite Up. And then go check out the Hive_media as well. Pluggo and I both do things over there as well. I have a show called The Swarm, which I do a couple times a week. I have a video game series called The High View, where I play some college football. Pluggo does college football picks and all that fun stuff. They're up right now for this week and all that good stuff. So go follow us over there too. But for Pluggo, for myself, thank you to everybody in the chat. Have a great weekend. Enjoy Saturday night's main event. Enjoy Halloween. And we will see you guys next week. You all know the drill. Say hi to Sue.
Hi, Sue. Happy trick-or-treat day, Sue.
Peace out.
Peace out.
Hey there, Pluggo and JPJ. It's Trent's mom, Sue. And I have a bone to pick with you. So, I understand that you guys are being real idiots and spending your entire monthly budget. You've got to be kidding me. This is not the way to be when you're trying to run a business. Your boss, Spencer, is really pissed off at you. I'm pissed off at you. You have some nerve. Get a grip. You have to control yourself. You can't just go out and spend all the money that you're making, you two beards guys. Oh no, this is coming out so stupid. Anyway, behave yourselves, or I'm going to cut you off from watching AEW. You're no longer going to get to know, be able to meet my son. What? Oh, or me. I'm sorry, this is like, I don't know. Anyway, thanks so much for being fans. Watch your